All good? Yeah. Sweet. What up, dude?
Not much, Treg. What's up with you, man?
Not too much.
Yeah?
Not too much. Should we tell everybody now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's my last show, folks. I'm sure the tears and the pain is real. Let me just rip that Band-Aid off for you. It's my last show as the co-host. Might come back and guest star at some point.
For sure.
Yeah.
It was a good run.
Yeah, it has been. I've really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun.
It is.
It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it.
It is. And in the good news, though.
Yeah, starting a new job.
Yeah.
Starting a new job. Yeah. So for those of you who know me or care, all three of you probably, I've left.
I care about you. And
yeah. Okay, it's just the people. Okay, if you count Treg and Candy, or don't count Treg and Candy, maybe one person out there.
Yeah.
Your mom.
Left Minster Bank here in town. I'm no longer with Minster Bank. I start with Home Savings Bank on Monday, and am really excited about it for several reasons, actually. But we'll be starting a new job that I think is going to keep me pretty busy, and would like to just focus on work for a while here.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to miss you here.
I'm going to miss being on. I really am. I've really, this is just a blast, man. If you told me whatever a year ago at this point, I guess that hey, this is a ton of fun. I would have been like, I mean, okay, but.
So, fuck off, Colin, but.
Yeah.
Well.
No.
Just be seeing myself out. Enjoy the show.
No, we're seriously going to miss you, though. You brought a lot to the show. The show's developed.
Alcoholism and sarcasm and a lot of swearing.
No. Me and Candy were actually talking about this the other day. You brought a lot of intelligent conversation into the show.
I've been faking it. Nobody really Google checked me as much as I did not get nearly as many Google checks as I could have with Candy sitting right there at the computer.
I mean,
it's because we just
the witches
thought you knew.
The witches. I had no idea about any of that stuff.
I'm not sure if that's what your definition of my intelligent conversation is.
And our last show with Tasha about all the historical facts. I told you, if you throw a rock outside, you wouldn't hit anybody that knew the shit that you knew.
It's true.
Well, she knew way more about that stuff than me. She's writing books about it.
She's wrapped in it, though.
Yeah, very outside my historical way. Anyway, I really want to read those books. But yeah, no, hey, last show as a co-host, really enjoyed myself. Thanks for listening to me, folks.
Yeah, we got a good one ahead, though, tonight.
Oh, I'm excited.
We got Logan Rex coming on from the Armstrong Air Space Museum.
I've met him a few times. Really enjoyed him. A guy I'd like to get to know better.
Yeah.
Seems like a cool cat.
He is a cool dude. Randomly, so I've done a couple different projects with Logan, with RMG and with Rains AP, my film company, and he's a really nice guy. He's a swim coach as well.
Cool. Didn't know that.
Yeah, and then he also is
getting to know him better.
I know, right? And then but he was also this past fall in my football fantasy team.
Nice
league.
Nice. Did he beat you?
Group team league. No. Yes. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to ask him. He might know better than me.
He says yes, folks.
You can't see him nodding.
For the record.
He's definitely nodding.
For the official record, Logan says he beat Treg.
No. I think he did because he was in the championship, I believe.
He was number 3. He was third.
Third. Okay. All right. We'll talk.
Third
to
place
him more
finish,
about
the
that
bronze
when he
medal.
gets better than me. I think I placed like 5th or 6th. So.
Yeah.
You don't get a cool medal for that?
No. Nobody gets a medal.
No.
Just get money.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, super cool guy though. So
Yep, I'm excited.
He's into sports and stuff, and we'll talk to him a little bit more. But might be a possible co-host for the show.
I will try not to corrupt them.
Hand over the torch.
I will try to corrupt them.
So we'll talk more about that though with him and stuff like that, and we'll learn a lot about the Armstrong Air Space Museum that a lot of us probably don't know. That he teaches on a daily basis.
Nice.
So for the most part, and learn more about his job in general. So I know he does a wide variety of different things for the museum. So
yeah, museum curator, is that your job title? Yeah, okay. We'll obviously talk more about that with him here, but that was way up there in the job titles that I think are fucking awesome. That's way cool.
Yeah. So I mean, me and Candy Candy and I got to actually do a video just this past year. And we were able to kind of go in, and he was talking to us about some stuff I've never even heard before. So, yeah, super interesting.
I know. I feel like I need a personal tour of that place just by Logan.
And he's the guy to do it.
When I was a kid, they used to let you touch the moon rock, and I'm a little pissed off that you can't anymore. So we're going to talk about that for sure.
Yeah.
I've been mad about that for a long time.
Yeah.
At least
I'll let you touch a moon
did
rock.
you get to do it?
Yeah, I did, but not since I was like a little kid.
I'll let you touch my moon rock.
This is the real reason I'm leaving this show.
Sexual harassment 101.
Well,
No, so yeah, we got a great show planned though. It is Colin's last show. We're gonna miss him.
we should have had like cake and ice cream. It's like you suck.
But we got,
Yeah,
still got
we
beer.
should have.
We still got beer, and we got
beer
high
I
chews.
brought.
He said beer. Well, you should.
I did. It's good beer.
No, but no, and then one of the other big things though is Wellpuck Tug Fest coming up. Colin's still going to try to be involved with that. So yeah, I mean you'll still see him. You'll still see him out and about. He'll
Yeah,
still
it
be here
didn't
in
die.
Wellpuck. So,
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, and like you said, you'll come back on the show and talk to us about your new job and stuff like that. So
Yep, snapping necks and cashing checks, man.
we did that.
I hope at
We
least,
did that
like,
at car
more
dealerships. I don't know about
cashing-
banks.
More like the cash and checks, not so much snapping necks.
I don't know.
I
Fucking
ever-
tempt me.
Did I ever tell you that was like our cheer on Saturdays when I was in Cincinnati at a car dealership?
No.
Oh God, yeah, it was. We'd all sit upstairs. It was like boiler room.
Good Lord.
Yeah, they'd get all hyped up, play like P Diddy and shit.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely not like any banking
everybody
experience
put your
I've ever had.
hands in, break some necks, and cash some checks. Fucking sell some cars,
I think I'd make a pretty shitty car salesman.
dude. It's a whole different world, man. In those bigger cities, but.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Logan.
Anyway, yeah, we could get into we could talk for days on that stuff. So yeah, let's get the show rolling though. Logan Rex coming up next. Let's roll. Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody. Colin motherfucking Jarvis.
And Treg motherfucking Reigns.
Candy on the hot seat.
Hey.
Hey, this show is brought to you by RMG Reigns Management Group for all your digital marketing needs. Logan Rex joining us from the Armstrong Air Space Museum. What's up, dude?
Hey, how we doing?
Did you really beat me in fantasy football?
I got third. I was kind of upset
You did.
because
You
in
did.
my other
I thought
fantasy,
you did-
third gets money back. They get their money back. And I did not.
Yeah, because we have a different way. We have a different way we do it.
Yeah.
It's first and second get money, and then last place gets their money back.
Yeah, I thought about like tanking it halfway through the season just to get my money back, but I thought no, I can.
The reason why we do that actually is because that way whoever's loser, they don't ever want to like quit.
They have an incentive to come back. Honestly, I'd have maybe not quit a fantasy football league.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the reason.
But
So,
great, yeah.
Yeah. I also got to add this too. These guys aren't sports guys, but I got to add this little tidbit here. So there's a new scoring system that I might implement next year as commissioner.
Okay.
And it's if you miss a extra point, if your kicker misses an extra point, it's minus 50.
50.
I'm going to fight you.
Minus 50.
It has to miss an extra point.
I just won't draft a kicker. I mean,
Well, so yeah, there's a couple of different. I mean, think about it.
You have to,
It's
though,
very.
don't you?
It's very.
I don't think- do
you
you?
do. You do have to draft a kicker.
Oh.
Yeah. But
I have been in some fantasy football leagues.
but there's a way. There's more. It brings more strategy to the game because if you
Yeah.
think about it, if you're going into Monday night and you got a kicker,
yeah. you better start praying.
I mean, and you're up already.
Yeah.
Do you sit?
Yeah, I mean that's like
Right?
it's strategy. You're right. Yeah.
But what if you go into Monday night and they have a running back and you have a kicker left and you're up by 5? You know what I mean?
yeah.
You got to think a little bit now.
Yeah, I don't know.
It brings a whole new game to it
But 50 is
because it can tank it.
I know. Yeah, that's the whole
It can ruin your whole fucking
I don't know.
It's an unknown factor. I like it a little bit. It's a little kinky to me.
Yeah, okay. You're the commissioner, Goodell. you can do what you want.
Logan's
So I don't
bringing
know.
off
We'll
certain
think,
his
we'll
own
think
league.
about it. Maybe not as drastic as 50, but we'll see.
No. 50's good. 50's
Yeah.
good. It makes you think.
Well, it's an extra point is an easy one.
Yeah.
And there's not
Supposedly.
and also there's not a lot of kickers that miss extra points.
Yeah, unless
So-
you're like the Browns or something.
Right. So
Yeah.
so Colin has some drinks for us. So let's start off with that.
Well,
Fantastic.
okay. So I wish I could say I put a lot of thought into this. I kind of didn't.
Looks like you just got a hodgepodge there.
Well. Okay. Let's.
Can I just grab one?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you can, but I think that's the wrong answer.
All right.
Because there are a couple that I've only got one of, and I feel like you guys at least should split it.
Okay. Is that why the cups are here?
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you don't want to do that, you're very welcome to just grab one. I've had all these, but like I figured you might. I've only got one of these.
Sure.
I thought you guys might want to split it. There's another one I've only got one.
Which one should we try first?
I think this one. So
what is it?
So there are three of the four beers I've got here.
Okay.
Are from the same brewery, and
All right.
it is not a domestic brewery. It's an Icelandic brewery.
Okay.
Called Einstock.
All right.
I think
So it's smart.
it's Icelandic.
It's
Sure.
Icelandic.
It's Icelandic.
Are they known for their beers? I mean,
I've had. So
Isn't
I've had.
Iceland green and Greenland's ice?
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like a fucking tropical paradise or anything. But
Sure.
yes. Like it's warmer in Iceland
Right.
than it is in Greenland generally. I think. Anyway, I've had these beers before from this brewery, and I like them a lot. I've only had them once before though, so like it's kind of a treat. I had all of these one time a year ago, I think.
Nice.
were you
maybe 2
in
years ago.
Iceland?
I was not. I swear to God, I wish I was. I was through the same store in Kentucky that I was this last weekend. that I bought them
Kentucky,
at.
Iceland, same thing.
Same
really.
fucking thing.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed these beers. The porter's my favorite. I have a couple of those, so everybody can have their own of those. But like this is their lager, and I figured it was a good place to start. And I figured that I've only got one though, and so if somebody
pour it
especially
up.
wants it, go for it. But if not, I figured we split it.
I'm in.
And then there's another one that's like I don't remember.
Go ahead, Logan. Be
I don't
our
remember
guest
what
of
kind
honor.
of beer it is, but then I've got the porter too, which is my favorite. And then I got one other odd thing, I think.
It smells nice.
Does it?
Yeah. I like the smell. It smells a little.
Would it be sacrilegious to say that tasted like a Blue Moon?
Okay, I was just okay.
Okay.
So here's what I was just gonna say. It smells a little citrusy to me.
I think it probably is.
Okay.
I think it's intent. I don't think there's citrus added. I think it's the hops.
Is that an IPA?
No, it's an Arctic lager is what they're calling it, which just means lager.
Arctic lager.
It's not an IPA.
It doesn't taste like a lager.
No.
It's the hops that are tasting like that.
It's all the hops.
Well, technically, all beers fall into one of two categories: ale or lager.
That's good.
But
I like
they're-
that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Tasty. So let's get into you, Logan. Not
Absolutely.
in a porn way, but
no.
So
It's been trying to make it sexual the whole time. It's a little extra.
so what do you do at the Armstrong Air Space Museum?
Yeah, so I am the curator, and I'm actually the communications director as well. So I work with a lot of the artifacts there.
Yeah.
And I also do things like PR, advertisements, marketing. That's how we work together.
Yeah.
Other things like that. So yeah, it's been interesting. I've been there 4 years.
Does it seem like 4 years?
It does not. I mean, well, we don't even really count 2020. I mean, that was just like
Fair.
So I
fair.
mean, I really it's like 3 years, but
Yeah.
4 years overall.
Yeah.
So it's been fun. I mean, you get to see a lot of interesting people that walk through
Mm-hmm.
the doors. I mean, so yeah, I absolutely love it.
Did you always have like a passion for like history and like, you know, and what you do? I mean, like, because it seems like you've retained a lot of knowledge about a lot of the things there. I know it's your
Yeah.
job, but I mean, like, has this always been something that's kind of interested you then?
Yeah. I mean, I got my degree in history.
Okay.
So obviously, I wanted to use that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I started being interested in history around third grade.
Yeah.
Everyone has to do a report. So my report was on Dwight D. Eisenhower, which is one of the best presidents, by the way. I'm sure you can give us some facts on him.
Not like I wrote a report about him.
I did. I wrote the report.
Okay.
Third grade.
Nice,
So,
nice.
but no. And then I mean, I just fell in love with it ever since. So
Yeah.
it's been fun. Not even really space history. So it was kind of interesting to. I mean, I had no idea what half this stuff was when I entered the field. So it was just so just foreign and everything. So it took a while to get all the scientific terms down and everything. And you know, the old expression is it ain't rocket science. Well, it literally is the history of rocket science.
Sure.
So it is kind of hard to one, know the history, but two, because people want to know the science behind it too.
Right,
So
right.
it's, you sort of have to know both the science and the history of pretty much everything that they ask you. And people will ask you some weird things. I mean,
Really?
yeah.
Like what?
There was one woman. She genuinely asked me. She came up to me and she says, "Excuse me, do you know what kind it is?" And I'm like, "What kind?" And she says, "The moon. It's made of cheese." And I'm just like,
Oh gosh.
"It's Swiss, ma'am."
It's fair. All the creators, I get it.
So
I would have known what to say.
Yeah. What kind?
It's
Rock?
like, hey, in unrelated news, I think you're holding, and I think you should share.
So no, I mean there are some very interesting people. The weirdest story that I've ever heard. It didn't happen to me. It happened to a coworker, but someone was coming up, and they came in. They went to the admissions window, and they said, "Excuse me, could I get 2 tickets, please? 2 adults." And they were like, "Okay, sure." And then they like look behind them and they are like, yeah, two adults, please. And then they were like, "Okay, that's kind of weird, but yeah."
Sure.
They're like, 2. So whatever. They get their admission and then they just go off and start talking to themselves. And then someone like went over to the front desk and said, someone better check on this gentleman. And so someone goes over and checks on him, and then he says, "Oh no, we're fine, and he like waves over to to someone else.
Is there like an imaginary friend?
Who's not there? Yeah, and then they're like, "We just wanted to make sure you guys are all right." And they're like, "What are your guys' names?" And then he goes, "Well, yeah, my name is Sam." And then he goes, and then obviously you know who this is. Again, pointing to no one. And they're like, "Oh,
know who this is."
you know who this is.
The man, the myth, the legend.
You know who that is. I don't even need to introduce this guy.
That's Neil.
No.
I'm sorry,
So-
I'm kind of drawing a blank.
Yeah, and it's just like, I've seen
Looks
it.
familiar, but
I've seen him from somewhere.
My mind's
And
gone
they're like,
kind of absent.
Yeah, could you please tell me exactly? And she goes, "Well, it's the king. It's the king." And they're like, "Oh yes, the king, of course." And it's just like the king of. He's like,
Elvis.
"It's Elvis."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, it's Elvis. Oh, okay." And then they were just like,
Yeah, I got a guy here.
So we ask him. He goes off and we start talking to him again, and it's just like, so what are you and the king doing here? And then he said, "Well, we're driving down to Graceland, and the king has to go home. But Elvis is a big fan of Neil, and he said he wanted to come in and pay his respects to Neil. So he's like, I don't even really like space." And he was like, it was all him. So. And I'm just
No
like,
fucking way.
but the thing is, he paid for 2 people. If one person came in, he paid for 2 people.
Yeah.
And then,
Was he a medium?
yeah.
Elvis, how was your Jamaican vacation? We've known you've been gone for a while.
It was Jamaican me crazy.
So, and then eventually he goes through the rest of the museum. Elvis sees everything that he wanted to, and then they get into their car and they leave. And hopefully it was Graceland's problem after that. So it's just
Wow.
so interesting to think of just all the people that come in. Hopefully he's doing well. The king, hopefully.
Yeah.
They're doing all right.
Who doesn't love Elvis?
Yeah, exactly.
I knew exactly who you were talking about. There's only one king, man.
There's only one king.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no.
The
but,
king,
the king.
one guy.
Yeah, no need for introduction. You know who this is. Come on. So, but no, it's been interesting. I mean, like the other thing is, like things that we don't have on display. There's a lot of things that we don't have on, that we just don't have room for. So
Sure.
It's part of my job as to cataloging all these things and everything. I think the two of the coolest things that the museum has that we don't really have on display currently. One is the flag that flew over the White House on July 20th, 1969, when Neil was actually on the moon. Mm-hmm. So that was pretty cool. Just opening up, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a flag. And then you just read more into it, and you're like, wow, like this is the actual flag that was flying over the White House as Armstrong was on the lunar surface. So that was kind of cool the first time I saw that. And then the other thing is, so NASA does this thing where they have teeth molds. So they get the astronauts' teeth molds, and then so they have dental records of all the astronauts.
Yeah.
So we have Armstrong's teeth molds.
So like about identifying a body in the event of like a capsule fire.
Pretty much. So it's kind of gory. So
seems interesting, though.
yeah, probably why we don't have it on display. But at first,
I'm intrigued.
when I opened
What
it,
is interesting?
when I opened it, my first thing was like, Neil Armstrong had dentures? Like, this is crazy. But then I had to read into it more because I was like, why does he have dentures like this? So, and then I found out that they actually do teeth molds and then everything like that. So
Makes a ton of sense.
it's been very interesting. So, but no, I mean, it's been interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
So how?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Candy. Hey, over there.
Hey. Everyone always forgets about me. How do you guys get like?
No, we don't. We hear you.
Yeah. It's impossible to forget about you.
How do you guys get the like stuff that you have in the museum?
How do we get the stuff?
Yeah, like how do you get all the artifacts?
You got to know a guy that knows a guy.
I know how they got a plane.
Well, I know
Yeah.
that story, but other than the plane, like.
Yeah, so a lot of the bigger artifacts. So a little known thing is that almost a lot of it comes from loans from the National Air and Space Museum, the Smithsonian. So NASA actually has an agreement worked out with the National Air and Space Museum. So anything that NASA retires, the Air and Space Museum has sort of right of first refusal. So almost all of space history has to go through the National Air and Space Museum. And if they don't want it, then you can go down the list of other institutions that can go there. So almost everything that you see that is like official national stuff has to go through the Air and Space Museum. So so the big things like the capsules that we have there or the moon rock. Actually, the moon rock is still owned by NASA. So and that's
Really?
why it's actually there's a misconception
Not
that
allowed
you
to touch our
Yeah,
moon
I've been
rock.
waiting. Let's talk about America's
This
question.
was the segue. This was the segue to get into.
Let's talk about America's question here.
Yeah.
You used to be able to touch it.
Yeah.
You couldn't like hold it or anything, but there was like a little hole in the. And I even asked Dante to make sure I wasn't crazy, and he's like, "Yeah, this was a thing like a long time. It like there was a little hole like in the.
And
there was like a little
Dante's
tube.
the director of
Yeah.
the museum.
I realize
My
this
boss.
looks like sexual, but
Yep,
there was
yep,
like
yep.
there was like a little tube and the thing, and you could poke your finger.
That's
so
why we
you
got
could, like,
rid of
touch
it. It was too sexual.
It was too,
That's why we got rid of that.
Just some
Too
guy
many-
was in there just
too many people were trying to put
It was
something other than
with
fingers in there.
Elvis. And
Elvis just kept
Seriously, like so you
Finger
couldn't, like,
fucking the moon
hold it,
rock.
but like you could like poke it. Really, you could poke the moon rock.
Yeah.
Why can't you poke the moon rock anymore?
so NASA has two certain types of rocks that they have on loan.
Kind you're allowed to touch and the kind you're not.
The kind you're allowed to
fucking
touch,
serious?
and the kind you're not allowed to touch. We have.
Is that
a kind-
legit?
Yeah. So we
What
have.
the fuck?
Yeah. So that current moon rock that we have now was actually not the original one to the museum when we opened in 1972. I think we've had like about half a dozen different moon rocks. So sometimes
One was a touch and rock.
the touch and rock. I don't know when the touch. I never got to touch the rock.
I haven't gotten
That
to in a
was-
long time, and I'm sad about it. I go to the museum every
Hey,
couple
listen,
years.
you should feel special because obviously he hasn't had the
I
opportunity.
can't even touch the current rock that we have now. So
So how do you guys move it? I mean,
I thought the whole
it's just
point of
in a
being a
case?
museum curator was getting to touch all the stuff.
yeah. So there's
He's like, yeah, it's not the case.
Like the guys at the Louvre, I thought they were running around just like touching the Mona Lisa
yeah.
and all that.
No. So, just with
gloves
the
and everything.
with the
rubbing their
security
hands
that
all
we
over it.
have
want a
on
peanut butter
the
jelly
rock,
sandwich.
it's kind of like
Which makes sense.
it would take a few phone calls to disarm everything, and so it's
Really?
yeah.
Good.
You by yourself cannot get to that rock.
Good. That's honestly a good
So-
thing. I mean, it's a piece of.
And I
It's not
wasn't
just
really
American
planning on
history.
stealing,
Now,
like,
It's
the moon
it's-
rock
it's
anytime
the
soon,
history of
but-
humankind.
This is a great segue though into what did happen at the museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you there for that?
I was not.
Do you have any information on it though?
So what
As far as what you can share.
Yes. So what I can legally say is that
Something
it is
was stolen.
Yes, it was stolen. So there was a solid gold lunar lander that was on display that was stolen in 2017. It was the week after Buzz Aldrin had visited Walpock. And
That time.
For the Summer Moon Fest.
for the Summer Moon Fest, yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone was, just like, just recovering from the Moon Festival and
Saw he punched
off
a guy.
guards. Yeah, he did punch a guy. That guy was a moon landing denier. He was
Oh,
just
is that
like
what happened?
testing them and everything. So
Poking the bear.
he was poking the bear, and you don't out of if there was like WrestleMania for astronauts, Buzz Aldrin would win. I'd put all my money
Yeah.
on that. So.
He looks like a little bit of a hard ass.
Oh yeah, I mean he is. So his nickname is Dr. Rendezvous. So first off,
Okay. All right.
first off,
It's his WWF name. Huh?
I mean, a bunch of them are like former military. Like, I'm guessing a lot of them can throw down.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Dr. Rendezvous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it was the week after he had visited. So what I can say is that it's still an open investigation with the FBI. But one story I can
Means
share.
they didn't find it.
Yeah. So it is still
Good job, Colin.
out there. Still out there. If you know where it is, please call Crime Stoppers.
They want it back.
So what I can say is
Couldn't have been local.
first week that I start my job in the curation department. So what happened was they broke down the doors, and the FBI comes and they take our doors.
There were windows, right?
Yeah. So they take the doors,
Okay.
and so for 2 days the museum does not have doors, front doors.
And there's other shit that you could steal in there.
Exactly, and it's like we have a full museum,
Yeah.
and we don't have any doors right now.
So you got to get a second set of doors.
So we got to get a second set of doors. So we hired some firm to do 24-hour security to make sure, just standing guard at the front.
Until it was done, yeah.
Until we have doors again.
You have like Secret Service just standing in front of the museum.
Yeah,
It's wild.
But
You could have alerted Wapak you got 3 dozen hillbillies and shotguns and and honestly, it'd probably been safe.
So
I ain't taking our shit.
that's our moon rock.
It's our moon rock in there.
Even though we can't
motherfucker.
touch it.
Even though it's only from NASA and not actually
I
ours.
tell you what. Get me a cooler.
We're coming to get this moon
12
rock back
gauge.
over our cold, dead bodies.
I'll watch this motherfucker all night.
We have to clean up a bunch of beer cans out of the parking lot. Maybe some buckshot out of the plane. Like, how big a deal is that going to be?
Oh, that'd
be rough.
It'd be rough. It would be rough.
I see why you didn't do that then.
Yeah. So, which also, side note, being right across from a Waffle House is probably the
Oh,
worst financial move that we could have made.
Do you honestly?
Waffle House came after.
Do you think the guys who might have robbed it? Let's say it was guys.
Yeah.
Right. How big was this thing? Could it have
For-
been a single job or?
It was probably a multiple person. That's
Right?
my guess. I don't
Yeah.
know much.
So you think they were?
Where was
do you-
it in the museum?
It was on the second floor, and so I mean they had to have known.
They've
pretty
had to
much.
have
Right.
toured there then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't
They
know,
were just
but
sitting at Waffle House, like, think we can get that motherfucker?
What?
Yeah,
When
it was.
during what time period did Elvis come?
That was probably around 2020, around the same time. So lead suspect Elvis Presley. Go figure.
Blame the king.
Blame the king. It's at Graceland right now, actually. So no, but so my first week, come in,
Yeah.
and then the custodian comes in and says, "Hey, you got a package?" And I'm like, "I got a package? What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And they said it says to the curation department, and then I go in, and then it's like from FedEx, you got to sign for it, and then I look, and they're like, "Okay, we'll bring it up," and we're like, "Bring it up? What are you talking about?" 2 years later, we get our doors back.
Wow.
So
Hey, we're done with these.
we're done. You can have them.
Yeah.
They were like, we don't need these doors back anymore. So now we just have 2 spare doors that I had to haul downstairs
Wow.
because we were like, we don't.
That's kinda
need-
hilarious.
We don't need these
Yeah.
doors.
Yeah.
But my first week, it was just we got your doors back, and they're like, doors? What are you?
That's hilarious.
What are you?
Such a
So,
long
yeah.
So if
time.
the front doors break, you got to back up.
We got backup doors, but the thing is, they're still broke.
Oh,
They're still broke, so we still can't use them.
So yeah, there's nothing you can do with them.
Yeah, so I don't know. We
Toss
got
them
we got some old doors. No, I still
No.
have them. I still have the.
because you got to keep them because
Yeah.
it's cool.
That's the hoarder in me. It's just like some
You're
old.
gonna put them up in the museum like 10
Broken
years from
doors.
now. Like these were the doors that were broken in. Like
Yeah.
Put 'em in
when the
FBI
gold rock was
museum.
stolen.
yeah,
Yeah. So
the FBI museum. There you go.
yeah, but yeah.
Ship
So
them back.
Yeah.
Then see what they say.
you broke them. You broke these doors. No.
fuckers.
But it's been interesting. I mean, there's
That's
always
crazy, though.
weird times at the Armstrong Air and Space Museum.
I mean, that's the story in itself was unbelievable at first. You know.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, what?
It's just not the kind of thing that happens in Wampog.
It's not
Right.
the kind of thing that happens at museums hardly ever.
Well,
I mean, in general.
Well, a good heist movie.
I was going to say
It's a good heist.
it happens in all the movies I watch.
Almost.
Literally,
They probably watch all those movies to know how to break it.
exclusively
Exactly.
all the movies I've ever seen.
You're
but
right, right.
you know,
Right.
Any Ocean's movie, any National Treasure movie.
Ocean's 14.
That's who it was.
Oceans,
It was Brad
yeah.
Pitt and George Clooney.
There you go. And Elvis.
And Elvis.
He was one of the 14. So
He was the 14th. Oh my god.
the secret one, the one no introduction needed.
Or actually, what was the movie 3,000 Miles of Graceland where they robbed the casino and they all dressed as Elvis?
No.
You never
Oh
saw
yeah,
that?
no. I've never seen that.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm about to start writing a screenplay. I'm taking notes over here.
There you go. Yeah, who's the guy that played was Goldie Hawn's husband? What's his name? He's in the movie Overboard.
What's his name?
I can't think of it now.
Kurt Russell?
It's not Kurt Russell. Help me out, Google. Goldie Hawn's husband.
Goldie Hawn's husband.
Yeah, what's Goldie Hawn's husband's name? I'm sure people are screaming at us right
Mr.
now.
Hahn.
No, he actually has a different name. He played the new Santa Claus Chronicles movie. He was Santa Claus.
Tim Allen.
No, the Santa Claus Chronicles, not the Santa Claus.
Goldie Hawn.
Kurt Russell.
I said Kurt
He
Russell.
did say Kurt
Oh,
Russell.
did you? I saw you said Russell Crowe. My
He
bad.
did say Kurt Russell. I swear to God he did.
You did say it. Yeah.
I was going to say, I've watched Overboard. Don't.
It's like, I've seen over
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Kurt Russell. My bad. I heard Russell Crowe.
He 100% said Kurt Russell.
My bad.
He
That's
said,
my fault.
no,
You
no.
looked at mine and you were like,
That's not
no.
right.
Russell Crowe?
Not
No, you're
Kurt
fucking
Russell.
wrong, dude. Who was it? Kurt Russell. That's who it is.
He's got to be right at all times.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It was. That's hilarious. So.
But yeah, so I mean, besides that, is there what other things have you heard about the museum? Has there been any other crazy?
No, I mean I know that you guys. So you guys have invested quite a bit though over the last couple of years, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean we've had few expansions. So in 2019 we had a new STEM Inspiration Center that went up. We just recently got our
Got rid of the green screen though, didn't
got rid of the green screen. So figures by the time that we actually got the technology that was capable of doing green screens, you don't even need green screens really anymore. So
It's true. You can use blue now.
yeah, so go figure.
Go figure.
If we ever wanted to do a weather forecast, we could have, but other than that, I don't know.
Space meteorology comes into
Space
play.
meteorology.
Right.
There you go.
My favorite room in there is the big light up room. So
Yeah,
that's really all I care
the-
about.
Infinity.
The
Yes.
infinity
Infinity
room.
room.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes. So I have to clean that. So
Thank you. Sounds like a terrible thing
How-
because how
how-
do you like?
how do you clean infinity?
Yeah. What's
Turn the lights on.
What is the depth of that bottom
Yeah, so
from the
It's like 6
walking area?
feet. It's not high.
Is it only
right?
6 feet?
I don't know.
It's I'd say about 7-8 feet. So I
Okay.
mean, you're on a bridge. So
Right.
for the
You
people,
can walk under the bridge.
yeah, you can walk on. I can walk on it. So I'm 6'2", and I can walk under the bridge. So for people who've never been to the museum, it's just a
You should
hall full of mirrors, and there's some lights in it, and it makes it look very like.
Yeah. It's like pitch black with like a bunch of rope lights everywhere.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like the galaxy, but
Yeah.
because of the mirrors, it goes on forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite facts, you probably know this. So my favorite fact to point out for stars is that there are more stars in the universe than grains of sand here on Earth.
Get out of here.
Yeah. I mean,
I believe
Did
it.
you know that
just
one,
look at
Colin?
Yeah.
the average beach. I mean, think about how many grains of sand are just on one beach.
Oh, I couldn't even
The
imagine.
vastness of the universe is an extraordinary thing that
Oh, I
that
agree.
you can't even. I was about to say it's hard to wrap your mind around, but I don't think I really can.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, if you think about it, it's just like so, and the fact that it's getting bigger. I mean, it's like I can't even put my mind.
Is it
around
getting
that.
bigger or are we just exploring more?
No, it's
No.
constantly expanding.
Yeah.
Has
So
been since the Big Bang.
How do
And it's just
how do
getting
we-
out.
How do we know that
well, so
for a fact?
basically, what happens is from the Big Bang, it's going out from a certain point, and then we actually can take points of where we have seen, where we've measured before, and then we can see that they're actually getting farther away from us, and they're actually accelerating at certain points of time. So when you see something, it's actually getting farther out. So it actually shows that we are actually getting bigger and farther away. And it's kind of, more interesting. I'm sure we've all heard the fact that the stars that we're looking at now, it took millions of years for it to get here. So it's kind of hard to really go around the concept of space time and yeah. So it's hard,
insane.
And it's hard to explain this all to a third grader who's on a field trip.
Thank you.
That's fair.
Thank you for calling me a third grader.
The fact that things are moving away from us, or that we've been able to see their movement, and that it's not just randomly going a bunch of different directions, is part of, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's part of the instigation for the idea of the Big Bang as a theory. They're moving out from a central point. Why are they moving out? There was some sort of force that instigated it at that central point, had to have been the Big Bang.
Interesting.
Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
Which was
That's
on
it.
Earth?
It's that right? Movement is...
Which is on Earth, right?
What?
The Big
What?
Bang was
No.
on- Or what?
Not
What are we talking
anywhere
about?
fucking close to here.
Okay.
It was on CBS, right?
Right. Yeah. That's what I thought. You all laugh.
Earth is not the center of the universe or the galaxy or the solar system.
I agree with that. The sun is.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
But what I'm saying, okay, when I think of the Big Bang, though, I'm always thinking of when the dinosaurs went extinct.
Asteroid.
Okay.
Or-
Different thing then.
Yeah. Meteorite, asteroid, yeah.
Thanks for setting me straight. Did not know that.
There we go.
Perfect.
Wait, so
Learn
if you
something new every day.
thought the Big Bang created, you knew the Big Bang.
Let me set you straight here. I didn't think about this very long.
That's okay.
On that note, let's get another beer.
I was going to say, if you thought that the Big Bang created everything, but it also destroyed the dinosaurs, were dinosaurs before? Yeah. I don't know.
Fair.
Okay.
Wasn't thinking that.
Okay. No. I just
thought Big Bang. I'm thinking, is that when the dinosaurs went?
All right, Colin, bring on the next Icelandic beer,
Yep.
please.
So still Einstock, Stoke. I don't know what the little dots above the O do for the pronunciation there. This is called
Ew.
The name of this beer is, they're calling it the Wee Heavy. I think it's
Wee
supposed
Heavy.
to have some Scottish
my
ale
wife calls mine.
influence.
We're gonna glide over that.
That's
It's
the
really
way to
hard
do it.
to
That's
just-
the way you do it.
Yeah,
the way you
it's really
do
hard.
it.
Sometimes you just got to keep going.
Would you guys like me to?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is another one I've got one of.
Okay.
So.
Is the can looks like it's like a plaid print?
I believe
that's
it's
the Scottish in it.
yes.
Wee heavy. Wee.
Thank you.
I remember liking all of these beers. There might have been one more from this brewery I had too, but I haven't had them since.
Is there a
then.
caramel?
I'm guessing
coffee?
that's barley.
Yeah, this almost tastes like a Guinness or something. No,
I mean, it's got barley in it.
I think it's
Yeah,
definitely got
it's
way
great,
more
guys.
of a. Way
it
more
has
of a.
it has the
So
ingredients
good.
of beer in it.
Yeah. Wait, it's more carbonated than what Guinness is.
Okay, Guinness isn't
Not
carbonated.
carbonated. I
It's
know
nitrogenated.
it's nitrous. I get
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Makes your car go fast.
Do you guys like it?
Yeah, no, it is good.
Your cargo.
That's nitrous oxide.
You're just gonna pour that into your engine and just let it go. Pour some Guinness into
Like it?
I do like it.
No, it is good. It is good.
You were saying earlier, Logan, that you mostly drink domestic light lagers. Do you ever venture into craft beer territory?
Not particularly. I mean, I did see. I did. What is it? Is it Brew Fountain or what's the?
Yeah, it's not a brewery, but they've got a lot of different craft beers on tap. That
was
place
gonna say-
rocks.
Ghost is here.
The ghost is here.
There's a ghost.
There is a ghost in this area.
Have
Do
we?
you not hear the phone ring?
There was a phone that was just ringing. There's no phone that is connected up here, just so you guys know. But it
That
was
is
just
weird.
ringing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Candy and I just heard that.
I heard the phone.
Did you
I
hear
heard it.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay,
plugged in.
Side thing, guys.
It's not plugged.
It's not.
in.
Side-
It's Elvis.
There are
He would
phones
like to
downstairs.
It's not the same ringtone.
Not the same ring.
Okay.
Trust me. One day I was actually up here by
They're neighbors.
myself.
I've never heard it until just now.
This is the second time I've heard it, and I told you about it
kinda
that
heard
day.
it.
call. I love ghost stories, by the way. Please keep going.
It's light in here.
It doesn't mean anything. The one day I was up here by myself,
I ain't afraid no ghosts.
And I literally was sitting up here. I was working. Actually, I was doing some cleaning up here. And I literally was like, there's ringing. So I walk over to the other room. And literally when I got to the other room, it stopped ringing.
Yeah.
And I was like,
It knew you were there.
yeah. And so I literally walked around thinking like, okay, is there like a phone? No, nothing.
And then you look at the phone, and it's not plugged in.
So I didn't even look at the phone. And I walked downstairs, and I was like, Jill, did your phone just ring? And she was like, no. And I was like, I didn't think so because it's not the same ringtone because I know what her the office phone is. And I was like, well, and I came back and told him. He's like, that's not right. I've never had the ghost stories, and that was my first time experiencing it. And we all witnessed the ring, right?
A little bit of Patsy.
I heard the ring.
I did too.
So we're
I have a ghost story.
Do you?
So at work, not this work. So before
I was like, at the museum, let's go.
the moon's
John
haunted.
Glenn.
Night at the museum.
Elvis did not go home. Elvis never checked
Is Ben
out.
Stiller in your museum?
I bet he gets to touch the fucking moon rock.
I bet he gets to touch anything he wants.
Bullshit.
You won't.
Come here, Pocahontas.
You can't imagine how many people when I go on like first dates and things like that. You know how many girls ask me their first question when they say I'm a curator, they say, "Is it like Night at the Museum?"
If you're trying to get laid, the answer is yes.
Yes, it is. It is like
Yeah,
If
it
you're
is.
trying to get laid, it's absolutely.
Like, I mean, obviously there's the answer that in your
Do you
head
wanna
you're
go?
like, oh my God. But then you're like, there's like, what answer do you actually tell them?
yeah.
Do you just start singing Aladdin? A whole new world.
So you play along.
Yeah,
You're like,
I have the keys
have
to the museum.
yeah, I have keys to the museum.
There's a couch in the break room.
Yeah,
You should check it out.
Robin Williams helps me out all the time. It's great. So
Teddy
There's
Roosevelt
not really a
was
lot of
fucking
like
nuts
little
about
characters
space.
in there to like all come alive though.
yeah. So I mean, it is.
There's
We
a
have a
bunch
few
of fucking
mannequins.
moon men. Scare the shit out of me.
It would.
They're
be.
all life size. None
Yeah.
of them are small. There's no figurines in there.
Yeah, I know.
But so
Welcome back, Logan. Fuck this.
my ghost story though. So not
Yeah.
working at this museum, I was working at the Allen County Museum in Lima,
Okay.
and so this is So I worked in the collections area, and the thing about the collections area is that the light switch is on that side of the room, and the door is on the other side of the room. So you have to turn off the light and walk through the dark to get to the door.
I hate that.
Very, very poor architecture for that room, I would
That
say.
electrician was
Yeah.
not prepared.
Yeah, so
What a dick.
yeah, and especially like
I'm gonna scare the shit out of everybody in here.
Isn't
So-
that like really big room too? That's like the main floor.
yeah, well, it's on the lower floor, but
Yeah.
so it's big room full of very, very
Trains.
There is a train in
bunch
that.
of trains. No,
There is a big train in that room though.
yeah. So I turn off the lights, and it's on a day that we're closed, and
I thought you were gonna say I turn off the lights, I turn around, and he's just like, boo.
scared me. It was a train. No,
Did you say his name 3 times?
Thomas the Train.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
No. So turn off the light, and then we're closed, and all of a sudden I hear a very like maybe 7-year-old girl start giggling, and it is an audible giggling, and I'm just like maybe I touched like an antique doll that has like a little wind up thing or something. I like stepped on it, and then I turned on the light again, and I looked around, and there's no dolls, which is also kind of like if I did see a doll, I'd be like,
You
"Oh."
lost it.
Yeah.
But no, there was no dolls, but it was like right beside my ear, giggling from a small girl. And then I'm like, okay, that's weird, but that can be
Okay,
that's kind of weird, but we can keep going. So I turn off the lights again,
Might have been Marine.
and then I hear footsteps, and and I'm just like, I stop, and I still
I'm fighting little
and the
girls at that
footsteps are coming, and I
See
there
a little girl, you just punch her.
and it sounds like
Fuck them
it's
ghosts,
either
fuck
like
them kids.
it's
Fuck that noise. Fuck that noise. I'm sorry.
You're ruining his story.
I'm sorry.
No. It's good. It's good commentary. No. But it sounds like it's coming either directly above me or like directly beside me. But there's like audible footsteps that are coming. So I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then as I close the door, because I finally get to the door, and I finally close the door, and then I hear behind the door small giggling again, and I'm just like, oh my, what was that? So until this day, I still do not know. I even checked our database, and I was like, small doll giggle, question mark? And then,
was there anything that ever happened in that building? Did you ever like do some history on it?
well, I mean, we have a lot of like different items, artifacts. I mean, there's like, swords that have killed people.
That could carry like the spirit or whatever with it.
Maybe, I don't know.
Sure.
I mean, still, I'm trying to find rational explanations. But
Anyway, he applied to the Air and Space Museum the next day.
yeah, so
He didn't stay there very long.
That's it. I'm going to space.
Ain't no ghosts in space.
Ghosts do not follow you when you're in space. So
Space ghosts? Question mark.
space, we don't know. So yeah,
Aliens.
It's don't
thing.
know. Ghost aliens.
Apparently, it's a thing now.
Oh yeah, like the UFOs and everything.
Yeah.
So I cannot tell you.
I cannot confirm nor not
They'll have to
confirm.
kill us.
It's part of that door contract. We'll give you your doors back. You shut the fuck up.
Well, this is your last show, Colin. It's not because you're starting a new job. It's because I'll put you out to pasture.
No. But I mean, people ask that all the time. I mean, they say, what are the odds of life, in other reaches of the universe? I mean, and I think there was a great thing from Carl Sagan saying, we live in what's called the Goldilocks zone of space. So,
Okay.
It's not too far away from the sun. We have a good orbit. We have, the right elements on our planet to actually have
Life.
Life. But he says, the more that you get out, I mean, one, you have to have the right stuff, the right elements for a planet, and then that has to form life, and then from that life, they have to form intelligent life, and then from intelligent life, they have to figure out a way to, travel, across the galaxies, certain ways. So, but there seems like for us, one natural element of life is war. So either they have to either survive war. They have to survive, getting, not collapsing under their own genius. So he says, the odds of life, are relatively good, but the fact that, that they could actually travel to Earth is relatively low. So is it possible? Yes. Do I think that people have actually came here? Probably not.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, if aliens did come, what makes you think that they would want to talk to humans? I mean, out of all the species, I mean, they're obviously way above us in intelligence because they've figured out how to go across the universe, travel through time and space.
Sure.
And to them, I mean, we're very almost indistinguishable between us and chimpanzees. I mean,
Sure.
I mean, what to them there is no difference in intelligence.
We're not equals.
Unless
Yeah.
there's a parallel universe.
Oh, and you're thinking it's
Just saying.
a parallel universe. I don't know.
I mean, the multiverse, obviously,
Yeah,
maybe,
that's one way to
maybe the
describe it.
dinosaurs didn't get killed by the Big Bang in that one.
They're like pets,
fair.
or like the dogs.
It's
Like, they just hang out at everybody's house.
Exactly.
I deserve that.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've never had any like alien experiences or anything like that. I mean, that's nothing.
You do see? Have you ever seen like the stuff though online though about these photos that pop up and like guys are wearing like
Nope.
no this
I
is
can just stop you there. I've never seen this.
okay. Well,
That is not on my feed.
There is a photo
He
though,
doesn't social media.
and you can probably find this on Google maybe. But there's a photo. It's a very old photo of a guy wearing traditional clothing from like now. It's interesting.
And when was this? Like when? Where was he?
So
What
are you
am I
not
looking
talking
at?
about aliens anymore? You're talking about time travel?
Time traveler and old photo.
He went forth Indiana Jones on us. You know, they're not aliens. They're from the space between spaces.
Yeah.
You know,
Parallel universe.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Okay, I'll tell you what. I am so fucking pumped for the Dial of Destiny this summer. Like,
Yeah.
I took the fourth Indiana Jones movie, and it's been 10 years, and I am ready to get hurt again. I am
Western.
ready.
Oh, right
yeah.
there. Time travel and militaria. At the bottom, yeah. Try that one.
I think you just gave your computer AIDS.
Probably.
No, that's not it.
well, yeah, you definitely did. I see.
Yeah, I see a Nazi.
Yeah, I see some stuff.
The
that
eye
you
just
should-
kind of goes to that. So
stuff you should not be googling on a work computer.
I think the Nazis
It's
were
his
trying to
computer,
like
it's not
they
my
were
problem.
they were fucking around
Just
trying to
put
figure
time
out
traveler
travel, right?
and old photo. See what pops up, though. There's something. Pull up that first one. What's that first one? What's that look like? Oh, right there. Right there it is. I see it.
That guy.
Okay, that looks,
No, not that one. That's
You
not
told
the
me to
one.
click the
No,
first
yeah,
one.
yeah, I know. I just want to see that one.
okay. The
But
one at
it's,
the bottom looks photoshopped. That one.
The one on the bottom right.
The one.
There's
to
a
the
lot
left of
that look photoshopped here.
And they very well could be. They very well could be.
What am I looking at?
The one that was pulled up that's right next to the one you just clicked. So the second one.
That one?
Yeah.
There we. 19. It says 1941.
I mean, sunglasses had been invented.
a guy in sunglasses. This
Yeah,
is,
but he's got the hoodie like shirt and yeah.
he probably invented it. You know,
He
might
could
be
have. He could have.
That's Alfred Ronaldo hoodie.
yeah.
It
Don't
is
you
interesting
know?
though. There's a lot of them though that have been found though. It is interesting. I find it interesting.
Oh yeah. I mean, there. It is interesting. I mean, there is. I feel like there has.
I mean, I'm not going to be the one to sit here and say it's real or it's not real, but I think it's interesting to look into.
Yeah.
And if it is real, then okay. I guess how do you explain it? I don't know.
I'll default to Candy on this. What do you think? True? Not true?
I don't really. No.
You're the judge. She says no.
Okay.
Not true.
I mean, I don't know.
She believes
I don't really
it's-
care either, to be honest. Like,
It's Alfred
not,
Hoodie.
It doesn't have anything to do with firefighters, so she's out.
That's not true. But there's. I mean, I guess you could look into it deeper, but. What is this? Is there other pictures?
You saying Candy has a type?
No, what is that? What is he holding there?
I don't know.
It looks like an iPhone 11.
It does look like a phone.
Well, that's what this last picture was. Like, she's holding a picture.
Oh
of
yeah,
a
she looks like
camera.
she's got a Nikon camera there. Yeah.
You telling me that cameras weren't invented? Because if so, who took the picture of her?
Oof.
It's different cameras.
It was
though.
a.
different styles.
It looks more like a digital kind of a
Yeah,
camera.
yeah. Yep, that does look like a digital camera. She looks like she's been caught.
But I feel like if you went back in time, I feel like the number one rule that you would have to be is like, oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't have my iPhone out in 1941.
Very true.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like people.
Oh, and that last one looked like it was a guy who was on a phone.
That is-
He could just be trying to hear better with his hearing aid.
Or
I was like, that
there
could just
could
be
be a
like,
mosquito.
yeah, it could be. There's various. I mean, yeah, there's various things. It's the phone in the very front on that last picture.
I know, but
I can't really tell what it is though.
no.
Yeah, I mean that stuff is interesting. My worry is, the whole thing has become the whole like we've taken fringe conspiracies and put them into the mainstream.
Yeah.
There was a good study from.
See, this guy looks like the same guy.
It does.
He's traveling through. He's going at.
He's
looks
now
like the
there.
40s.
His wife is in a lake house somewhere. Like
Traveler from
waiting on him.
2036.
2036.
He's from. Hey, that's not too far away actually.
Yeah,
we
so
probably
in
know this guy.
2036, we got to see if we
This
all
guy's in middle school
address
right
like
now.
this
This guy's alive.
Guy's in middle school right now. No, he's developing right now.
Okay, you can't just start staking out the middle school. Like, you're going to go to jail.
Just more and more.
Yeah. No, there's a ton of those photos. It is interesting, though. I find it interesting. I get hooked on stuff like this. I could watch shit like this for days, though. If they came out with a Netflix documentary of time traveling, I'd watch it for sure. No joke.
Yeah.
I would. I get interested in this stuff. I think it's interesting.
Is there 2036? That's when it says that we're going to have this capability. I mean, where would you go? I mean, what would you be doing right now? Where would you go? What
would I do if I was a time
or
traveler?
should I say, when would you go?
When would I go? I don't know if I would.
My Doctor Who sense is tingling.
I don't know if I would do it.
We kind of talked about this before. Like,
We
if you
100% asked this question.
Was this on a different pod?
Could have been.
We talked about, like, if you could go anywhere in time.
Yeah, if you could go anywhere.
And
in
you
time.
said you wouldn't?
I want to say I think I was pretty content with what I've got.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Where would you go visit? It was
take a
like
bunch
if you
of
could
day
go
trips.
anywhere in time. That's
Yeah,
definitely
no,
photoshopped.
we definitely
That was
asked
definitely
about, we
photoshopped.
definitely asked about the day trip thing, and we definitely said, like, would you live anywhere else if you could? And I think the collective answer, well, I know mine, and I think collectively we were no fucking way are we living anywhere.
Yeah. But
Dude, I don't think I'd take an overnighter nearly anywhere. But like
if
day
you could,
trip,
But if you could visit, if you could just go and like you could and you go back and you come back.
day trip, Golden Age, Pericles, Athens, like pre-Peloponnesian War.
I'd really want to go somewhere safe. I don't feel like I'd be very safe there.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, well, first off, you have to think that.
And I'd have to make sure it was not during a war.
I'd have to learn. No, there are a lot of wars. So you
know,
you're also
I know.
going to have to learn Greek, but I'll do that if I have the option to like.
Sure.
But I mean, like, you have to think
I think if I just do anything in France.
anything in France.
Yeah, they were afraid to go to war.
Boy, that's not true.
I was like, I don't really know that much.
They weren't really
history,
good
but-
at
You need to visit France in the last like 60 years.
Right.
Probably no other time.
Yeah.
Yep. But
That's about as far as I'd go back. It's probably 60 years.
60 years. No. That's what I was about to say is that I mean, we have to think the first thing that you would go back, if it's, before, 19th century is the smell. You did not have indoor plumbing.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, they would throw it into the middle of the streets
Yeah.
and hope it just washes away. I mean, it is probably we have never been the cleanest than what we are right now.
I would not live at any other time for any amount of money.
Yeah.
For any amount. You could tell me I'd be like the king, emperor of what amount.
Yeah,
There's-
same.
Yeah, they still lived a pretty crappy life.
We live better than any royalty who's ever lived today than any royalty prior to like 1950.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Agreed. Yeah.
but
yeah, that's a tough question.
yeah, I don't know. I definitely would still try to stick to the 20th century. I
I'm
mean,
taking a bunch of day trips, but I swear to God, I'm not doing an overnighter. Like I'm getting,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah,
There,
yeah.
like there's the indoor plumbing situation. Like I'm gonna want to take a shower.
Yeah.
It
I don't even know about a day trip now. I feel like I feel like I would need a shower after 2 hours.
all hella day trips. I'm like, I'll do a bunch of day
shit
trips.
out of here.
Depends-
Yeah.
yeah.
well,
I
most
mean,
people didn't wash. They would
But-
go maybe once every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and then you would. And it was a family.
Candy does now.
A lot less in certain parts of the world. At certain
Okay,
times.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Every time it rings, Kitty's got to get her take a shower finally.
No,
Well,
but
there's a backstory to that. So
I would. Is there?
no, there's not. No,
I'm just gonna assume that
Let's
you
get
just
more
don't
beer.
shower.
I promise I shower. Showered this morning, guys. Don't worry.
There's that weird girl thing where they don't wash their hair.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
It's weird.
It's like dreadlocks, isn't it?
dreadlocks. They don't do
They-
anything.
Yeah,
right.
no.
That's what binds it together. Is the
They actually
natural
have,
elements
like,
of
actually,
Earth.
like I don't want to say an extension, but kind of like an extension thing now of like dreadlocks. But anyway, what I was going to say is, you guys are talking about like current lifestyle and like we're the cleanest we are now. Maybe
Everybody
in
gets
the
2/3 of
U.S.,
this.
yeah.
but that's not everywhere.
No, but there aren't times in history where most of the rest of the world has been cleanlier
Right.
and just aren't now. We
I only
collectively
say
are.
that because I've experienced much. I could experience probably what you guys are talking about for 100 years ago.
Yeah.
I've experienced that within the last year. So
You get more.
So it's not clean
Yeah,
everywhere.
no, it's not, but it's cleaner than it has been.
Sure. Now you're
Or
gonna catch
not
me
worse.
going back
Yeah.
any more
No,
than
same.
6 years.
No,
Yeah.
dude, I will, but I'm not spending the night.
I'd like to go to like New York mob era.
New York mob era.
Oh yeah,
It's right now. You go right now.
Yeah. You can go to Chicago right now and you
No.
can experience the whole thing.
no, I'm talking like seriously like Colombo
Porter.
family.
Toasted porter.
Toasted porter. Are these all Icelandic still?
Baltic porter. Yeah, this all the same brewery. It's not just Iceland. It's the same brewery even. From Serfrem Lidur Akurari.
Look, it's like,
Iceland.
nah, I'm out.
I don't like that one.
You guys all missed his face.
He was like, bruh.
Don't worry, we have it on camera.
We do
You can
have
watch
it.
that later.
Well, I gave you less than a full one.
Well, hey, thanks for sharing all that with us, though. Talking
Yeah.
some time traveling with us, some night at the museum, how you catch dates.
How do you feel about witches?
Witches? Are
We
you,
couldn't end off without Colin talking about witches, right?
would I
have to.
date a
One time.
witch?
What's that?
Would I date a witch? Or is that what you're saying?
Okay, that's a good question. Let's jump into that. Yeah, would you?
Is she like actual like a Wiccan or
Sure.
like we're talking
Sabrina.
Yes. Any
oh,
or all the she
Sabrina's
was hot.
teenage-
Sabrina was one of my first crushes.
Yeah,
Thank
same.
you.
Me
So-
too. Melissa Joan Hart all the way. All right. Melissa, eat your heart out. Love it.
We're all in for the witches, apparently.
Yeah, I would date a witch.
100%.
What's the difference between
like a-
women and witches now?
Women.
Wow. Wow.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Shut up. You don't care.
You know what? If you know a witch, I think you probably she doesn't like you very much. Bad things might happen to you.
That's true.
I wouldn't fuck around with that.
Yeah, you may have a curse on you now. We don't know.
Probably.
I
I
can't
got a
leave the show
spell
fast
on
enough.
you.
Might be jinxed.
Now you're mine.
Some sort of hex.
I promise I'm not a witch, guys.
We know. We know you're not a witch.
It's good.
We're 100% sure.
It's too nice
Wow.
to be a witch.
I don't know if I take offense to
You're,
that.
too,
or should I
you're,
be-
you're nice.
You're right, I'm too nice.
Nice.
Oh, witches aren't mean. Not
That's true.
necessarily.
That's true. Sabrina wasn't mean.
That was racist.
No, yeah.
That was racist. I don't think that's fair.
Sexist?
I don't think.
Maybe.
I don't think you discriminating against witches like that was fair. But
I mean, I said I would date one.
but that they're not nice.
Well, no, I said that she's nice.
It's true.
Implying that you can't be nice and be a witch.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were just talking about Sabrina. She was pretty nice.
She was nice. She was nice. Sabrina was and she was a teenage witch.
Nice.
Yeah. Teenage witch. No, I was 13 when I liked her.
I was going to say I was like 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But they had the animated series too. That one
Was
was
an animated series?
yeah. Have you never seen the animated series?
I'm not into cartoon chicks, really.
I know what you're talking about. Don't worry, I got you.
You know what? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Dude, I got you.
No, but I mean, yeah, no. The one thing that I always would act out is I wanted that broom closet or the towel closet that they would always go into. Like I wanted that growing up.
Yeah.
Is there things that you had growing up and you're like watching shows? You're like, man, I wish I had that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
I wish
Yeah.
I could just like snap my fingers and
Yeah,
then
I wish I was-
everything be
wish I was a
clean and
Power
I didn't have
Ranger.
to like.
I wish I was a witch.
Power Rangers was the thing, man, back in the day for me. I grew up in the 90s, so yeah. 92 when that shit came out.
that's peak Power Ranger.
Peak
was
Power
peak.
Rangers, bro.
That, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
I was 4. Loved it.
yeah. My
Go Power Rangers.
Did you watch the new one on Netflix?
No.
she said,
Yeah.
no.
One,
I
once,
will add it to my
yeah.
watch list right now.
Once a Ranger, always a Ranger. It has all the old ones in it.
The Black Power Ranger was in Lima for a little while.
Was he really?
He shot something in like Steve Jones Woods. I don't know. He was.
But no, yeah, they just
Orlando Brown. No.
Yeah,
he was in Lima. Now
was-
he's in this.
I think like the original Black Power Ranger.
Yeah, it'd be
Something
I can't
Saint
You
remember.
mean
something.
this one?
Zach.
2023.
Yeah. I just watched it. It was really good. So hey, let's get into some rapid fire questions. You guys ready?
Rapid fire questions. You did not preface that there would be rapid fire.
It's only 55 minutes.
And yeah, it was. We watched it. Me and the girls watched it the other night. It was really good.
Okay, well, I'll add it to my watch list.
Yep,
There's
there you
also
go.
another one. Oh, wait, is that the same thing?
No, all the other ones are stupid.
All those other Power Rangers.
All the other Power Rangers are stupid.
Okay, got it. Once and always.
Yeah. Let's get into some rapid fire questions.
Holy shit, we got a machine?
Rapid fire question machine.
So it's not quite clickety click like we normally have.
Well, usually we just, I didn't know we got it. We're automated. The machines have
AI.
risen up.
Has everyone gotten their Snapchat AI?
How do I make it go away? It was
I
scaring
should
me. It
ask
came up the other
Lily
day.
for random questions.
Go ahead. So, Candy, you're going to use. We're not using rapid fire machine. We are going to use Lily, which is Candy's AI on Snapchat.
Okay, that popped up for me the other day, and I was like,
I named her Lily.
I spent like an hour trying to figure out how to get it to go away, and I
It
can't.
won't.
Oh, it won't go away.
I didn't do anything with it. I don't want to. I don't want it to talk to me. I don't want it to watch what I'm doing.
I won't talk to you.
I think I'm going to get rid of Snapchat.
Friends.
Okay.
Honestly, I spent like an hour trying to figure out how to get it. I was like
Okay.
Googling my
This
ass off.
is
I was
what
like,
we were talking about.
how do I get it to
Mass
go away?
hysteria from the public.
I know.
I saw Terminator,
It started with Snapchat. Little known fact.
Skynet.
It did not start with Snapchat.
So I have actually
Little known fact.
had multiple conversations with my Snapchat AI. So this is a big thing. I know. Okay, so
I don't want to be friends with Candy anymore.
yeah, you will. Because this all actually just started. Okay, so this is the new like technology of the thing since this past podcast we've had, and I've been super excited to have multiple conversations with my AI. I even gave her an outfit and I named her Lily. I
have one too.
yeah, he didn't, and we did. So
I named mine Tyrell.
I asked her yesterday. It's fun fact. I asked her yesterday what I should have for dinner, and she gave me a restaurant that was closed multiple times.
She messed up.
I even told her she was wrong, and she's like, "Oh, my mistake. How about this?" And she gave me the same restaurant.
She knew all those things were wrong. She's just trying to lure you into a false sense of security. Like,
She also told me that LS Teca was in Lima, and I said, "No, it's not."
No, it's not.
So, anyway, I just asked her, Lily, give me a random question to ask my friends. And she said, what is the most unique food you've ever tried?
That's a good one.
I don't like it.
Go ahead, Logan. Take it away.
I've had I don't know, calamari, squid. I mean, anything with more than 4 legs. I feel like counts as weird.
That's fair. That's fair.
Not too good. I didn't like it too much. It was too chewy.
Yeah. I don't mind some calamari. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
What about you? What's the weirdest thing you've ever
I'd like to censor this from the machines and not feed into their bullshit. But I don't know. I've had calamari. I don't know. Honestly, I try a lot of stuff. I really like trying new things with like food.
I was going to say, in all your travels, what's the
I've had-
weirdest thing you've had?
Oh, I don't think I've had anything too weird.
He's like,
while
I eat
traveling.
cheeseburgers on travel when I travel.
No, I just haven't gone. I haven't gone anywhere that exotic.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like I've had snails before. I've had alligator before. I had rattlesnake once. I had snake once. I think it was
I
rattlesnake.
had rattlesnake once. It was okay. It's okay.
I've had shark.
I've never had shark.
They had it at J. Marie's. I got that right there.
Shark fin soup.
I saw it on the menu. I was like, John, is that for real? And he's like, yeah. I got some, and it was like it tastes like a really meaty fish.
That's what it is. A really meaty
Sure,
fish.
it is.
It's fair. It's a fair assumption. I don't
something like
know.
that. I probably had some oddball things here. I like to try new things. I
do too. I'm a big fan of like trying lots of new types of food. I like to really widen my taste buds.
Oh, I've eaten bugs a couple
I
times.
was saying, I've had fried cricket.
I've had just
Yeah.
raw cricket.
I don't know if I've just straight cricket, like,
Okay.
but I've definitely had it fried
I went to school
with
with a guy. I
seasoning.
went to school with a guy once who caught a fish and bit its head off. That's about as raw as you can get.
I paid someone $20 to swallow a live goldfish once.
They do it?
Oh yeah, they did it. It's $20. It was at the fair.
I bet that was a fun shit.
Was it a carny?
Yeah.
He needed $20.
He needed
You
$20.
did $20.
No, it was my friend. So he did
It
it.
was a carny. I tell you what, I'll do it for a pack of smokes.
He didn't
Seriously though.
even bite down. It was just all goop.
They used to be like a. They used
sounds
to be.
awful. That sounds-
I read about this. I've never done it, and I wasn't in a fraternity. But I thought that used to be like a fraternity,
shit and
like
put 'em
hazing
back.
thing, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
And then they like cracked down on it because like it was like they were just doing it to a bunch of goldfish, and it was, not cool.
Close enough.
Not cool. PETA
Animal
was
rights, bro.
down on it.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. She
Yeah.
asked, what's the
Stop.
Drop. Roll.
What's the best advice you've ever received?
Don't touch that.
That's good advice. That is solid advice. That's great.
But depends if you did
Probably
or
some
not
of the best.
afterward.
No, what? I did touch it later.
And then she sued him. What about you, Colin? Or Candy?
My
I
biggest
can
thing.
hear your chewing
Sorry.
so loud.
He's
Yeah.
chewing into the mic.
This one is raspberry, and I really like it.
The best, I don't know. I would say I've pretty much stolen on my entire life philosophy from like books and stuff. I could come up with a bunch of stuff there. The best thing I ever remember somebody really telling me, though, is probably something my dad said that I've really taken a lot of heart to and found comfort in times of stress in life, which is just that, hey, man, nothing's a death sentence. Like, if you're doing it and you're not liking it, don't sit around and bitch about it. Don't sit around and be unhappy about it.
Do something to change it.
Yeah, nothing's a death sentence, which is obviously was one of those self-evident facts that nobody ever listens to. I mean, I hear so many people talk about how much they hate their fill in the blank, job, kids,
Yep, I hate
wife,
my job.
car, whatever. If you're not dead, do something else.
That's fair.
Quit the job, get a divorce, get a new car, move. Nothing's a death sentence.
Yeah.
It's fair.
It's pretty similar for me. I mean, it's like, that you can't control almost anything in this world except for yourself and how you act.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you have control over how you respond to things, and everything else, you just have to really just roll with the punches. I don't know.
That's the Stoics, right? That's like Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcus, he said, just roll with the punches.
Yeah. He's like, just chill, bro. Just chill, bro. Just chill. It's going to be fine.
But I actually want to know what Lily has to say. What is the best advice Lily ever
I
got?
don't know. Let me ask her.
Did we hear Candy's best advice?
Hold on. Let me ask Lily, and then I will, because I can't type and talk at the same time. Because I'm not that good at multitasking.
Lily isn't just listening to everything.
I'll go with mine.
Lily.
I would say the best advice I ever got was that it's along the same lines of what you guys just said. Basically, you have the power to change things in your life, and what you put out into the universe can reflect what you get back. And I'm a true believer in that. Candy knows, I've said it multiple times, I'm a true believer of The Secret. I think whatever positivity you put out in the universe, I think whatever you ask of the universe, that it will reward you. And I've done that with my business. I've done that with multiple things in my life.
The universe is 100% not giving me what I've asked for.
Not doing it right.
I asked for an infinite library and the Victoria's Secret bus to break down in front of my house.
There's have you ever watched The Secret?
I mean, is it going to tell me to put like road spikes out in the?
No. I'm serious. I'm serious here.
I'm sorry.
I will. No. I will give you what I've practiced myself. It's
Put it out there, you get it back.
it's not that simple. There's a lot more to it than just that. But I mean, it's not what you put out there. I mean, you want to put out positive vibes so that way there's positive vibes always around you. But the biggest thing though is that if you can dream it and believe it, it'll happen.
I dream pretty big.
So do I.
Mostly about giant libraries and the Victoria's Secret bus.
Well, there you go. There's that. No, I'm dead serious though. Like I'll show you some things after the show. We'll talk.
Okay, so my advice, I don't know if it was advice I was received or just like how I like what I live by. But you could probably all attest to this. So I've always been a firm believer that if you always keep a smile on your face, then it's going to give someone else a smile on their face no matter what they're going through. So, I've always been one of these people, I've always been a naturally positive person anyway. But like, if you smile at someone, it naturally makes them want to smile, right? So no matter what kind of day they're having, you naturally give someone else a smile. So
Fair.
They could have the worst day of their life, but your smile could be a positive influence on their day.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Absolutely.
that's always my thing is your smile affects everyone else's smiles.
Very cool.
What does
And-
Skynet say?
Lily's advice,
Skynet.
she said, the
Eagle
best advice I've ever received is to be true to yourself and follow your heart.
Aw.
fair.
Thank you, Lily.
Lily's
Yes.
a dumb bitch, and I'm like,
Very vague fucking answer, Lily.
Okay, well, you know what? She didn't know that Ellis Deckham was in Wapakata.
She's not very bright.
Lily's a dumb bitch. And I'm like,
You have a lot to teach her.
We're working on it, okay? It's only been a few days. I told her she was wrong.
All
So.
right, what else?
Why can't I get the thing off? Why can't I take the AI off Snapchat?
They won't let you.
Why?
I don't know. I don't work there.
Because the
Right.
AI is taking over the company.
She said, another question that she asked was, what is one thing you've always wanted to do but you haven't had the chance to do yet?
Well, skydiving. I don't fit the weight limit.
I was thinking about going again this summer. You should come.
I can't.
Is there?
There is a weight limit.
There is a weight limit.
Yeah.
I'm not going. Don't ask me.
No, I actually would
I'm definitely over what it was.
I
at the
actually
last
would probably
place, but I'm
shit
pretty
my.
sure
I
that it's
probably would
higher
shit
than
my
like
pants.
that.
You would see not a trail of parachute behind me. You would see a trail of shit if I jumped from an
I was
airplane.
going to say there might not be a weight limit in different countries.
I won't go
I think
there.
it depends on the
I won't
shoe you
go
got.
there.
Like I was going to go somewhere else because I'm over the weight limit that I was at the one place. Because I know for a fact what the weight limit was there, and I know that's the last time I was that low in weight. Just because I knew I had to.
If I jumped, no, I'm not even going to go there. I'll go there. If I jumped over Japan, they would probably think I was a bomb.
I thought you were going to say Godzilla, but
Not that question.
He said, I thought you were going to say Godzilla. Godzilla doesn't fly.
Thank God.
Thank God.
How terrifying would that be? Okay. All right.
thing I haven't been able to do. I don't know. I mean, I feel like
Sorry. Lily's asking not good questions now.
I can think about like
Sorry.
3 dozen more places I want to travel.
yeah, I guess I don't know. Perhaps maybe like be on a podcast, and I did that right now.
There we go. And then some.
Host a podcast.
Yeah, this
Host a
was my
podcast.
Ooh, yes. I hear Tucker Carlson's looking for a new job. Maybe you could get him. I
No,
don't
he
know.
already got a new job.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He just became director of OAN.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
What is that?
I have no fucking idea. Some network.
Neither does Tucker. He doesn't know what it is.
I just read the Twitter.
shit.
I just read the Twitter news before I walked up here.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
If not, we'll be here.
Some network. OA something network. I don't know.
Well, the one thing that I haven't had a chance to do and I want to do is I want to go to all 50 states, and I want to go to...
Except for Idaho. Because they have the firing range.
and
Or firing squad.
I forgot about that.
Spot, yeah.
I was waiting for it. I was like, something about potatoes. I forgot about that.
I believe as I was editing the last podcast, I heard it time and time again of Colin going, fuck Idaho. Fuck those guys.
Fuck them. Fuck Idaho.
And I want
Idaho,
to...
Idaho.
I don't really want to go to Antarctica because it's cold, but at least go to the other continents.
Yeah.
But I'm on my way.
I'll tell you one thing that I really want to do before I die, and that is I want to go on a 3-week cruise to the Western Mediterranean. I believe that's right.
Where specifically?
Or Eastern Mediterranean. It's one of those.
Well, I mean,
Where do you
either
wanna
would be
go?
great. Where do you want to go?
I know,
That's
like-
what I'm asking.
No, yeah.
Why
So-
not the whole thing?
Well, no, it's a cruise.
I've swam
It's
in the
a cruise.
Mediterranean.
It's a cruise
So
where
have
you.
I.
It's a
Yes.
cruise where you fly over to Spain. You get on the cruise in Spain, and you.
Western.
So it's
Yeah.
Western Mediterranean. Yeah. So and then you go across the coastline and see Italy and Barcelona and all that stuff. I want to do that.
That's badass.
Yeah.
I think a lot about quitting my job and selling my house and buying a sailboat and just living in them, sailing around.
Yeah, let's do a submarine.
No.
Okay.
Have you ever been on a submarine?
It's horrible.
No,
Not built for big guys.
not built for big guys.
No.
Well, we'll get a big submarine.
Not built for tall guys. They are not big.
Welcome to the submarine. Now I'm getting off the submarine.
The Navy in general, I think, was not made for tall guys.
I would go
Or
to the
big
Navy
guys.
if it was McHale's Navy.
Next question.
What is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten for breakfast?
For breakfast?
Okay, so I did this.
Calamari.
Lily likes food questions.
So
She must be hungry.
So-
Lily wants to know about food.
you guys may not know this because this was on the podcast before you guys got here, but there was a big thing about me liking. I grew up eating fried hot dogs for breakfast. Fried hot dogs and eggs.
Sausage. Yeah. What the
I
hell?
don't think I've definitely had hot
had
dogs for
pancakes.
breakfast.
Fry them up. So I would you cut a hot dog in half and then you cut it.
You eat raw hot
again.
dogs? I've had
Yeah.
straight from the refrigerator hot dogs.
For breakfast?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're fully cooked.
Yeah. One of my favorite things growing up, my mom called them peanut butter roll-ups, and you just took cold bologna, and you spread peanut butter on it and roll it up. That was a snack we ate all
That's
the time.
some Scooby-Doo stuff right there.
It's good shit. Good shit. What else you got?
She said, "What is the funniest joke you've ever heard?"
I hate Lily.
Ooh, we probably should skip that one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I asked her. I said, "I need another one," and she said, "What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you?"
Ooh.
100% not going to admit it on camera.
We're going to talk later.
You want to go? You want to take this one?
I don't know.
I don't know if I had one.
You've never had an embarrassing moment?
I've had a couple, but I feel like I came out a trooper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there was one time when I was swimming that my shorts came down
Oh, nice.
when I entered the pool. No
kidding.
one saw anything, but for
Oh.
me, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, it was cold.
It was it's cold. It's a cold pool.
It's a cold pool.
No,
It's a cold pool.
There was.
that's a Seinfeld episode right there.
Yeah.
I wasn't on the academic. So I was in the 7th or 8th grade. So I was in middle school, but just kind of like barely. Because I know I wasn't in high school yet. But I was on the Quiz Bowl team in like middle school, and that was 7th and 8th grade, I think. 100% farted like in the middle.
Loud
of
as
like
shit?
I thought it was gonna be. I was like old enough to know like, okay, I shouldn't but like I'm right in the middle of the thing, and like I was in a classroom with like my team and the other team and like everybody's parents, and I'm like, this will be fine. And then I just kind of. Everybody just looked at me. Just went on.
Nice.
This is like, all right, well.
So when I was very young, back when I went to Bath,
There you go.
actually, I was really young. I remember. You remember Squirty Worm?
Oh yeah, love Squirty Worm.
Yeah.
So we were at Squirty. I was at Squirty Worm for a birthday party. I remember I pissed my pants, but I was wearing black jeans. I played it off so fucking cool.
I feel like that's worse. I feel like that's the embarrassing part. I feel like that's.
I just remember getting like picked up, and I was like, "Yeah, we got to fix this."
Mom, DEFCON 4.
I was super young. I was probably like 4 or 5 years old, maybe. Super young. Just one of those accents. I don't know. And then the other big embarrassing moment was at my wedding.
Oh,
Good time to be embarrassed.
So I was doing
Welcome to the family.
I was doing the garter, taking off the garter off my wife's leg, and I did this whole Mission Impossible type deal.
Somebody lower you in.
No. They played the Mission Impossible music.
dun, dun.
Yep. And I came like from behind the door, and I like slid on the floor, and as I like slid across the floor, my pants broke.
oh,
I mean, a slit from my ball sack down both legs. I mean, it looked like I was having a Hawaiian wedding at that point.
I've ripped a couple shirts at weddings. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah. So,
Did you have-
except for I was a groom.
Did you have any backup pants or anything like
No,
that?
I wrote it out. I wrote
What
it
are
out.
you, what are you going to do?
Oh yeah, I just was like, "Fucking, it's happening."
I'd
Yeah,
find
I'm
someone
here.
else. I'd be like, you, give me your pants.
It's my wedding day.
I'm the groom.
Give me your fucking pants.
Give me your pants and
Take
your
your
shoes.
fucking pants off.
and your wallet.
Yeah, I just wrote it out. I knew we
Is that your
drank,
Lexus out front? Give me the key.
I'm the groom.
drank a lot of moonshine that night. So yeah, I just wrote it out.
Just giving yourself some ventilation slits.
Yeah, needed it too.
Was your wife
you were on
okay?
fire on the dance
Did your
floor.
wife? Was she like? Did you play it off?
Yeah, I mean, everybody could see it. It wasn't like I could fucking hide it. I mean, I was just walking around just like, It's like 2 parachute pants. So yeah, I was just, and they're just like, hey, I think you ripped your pants. Like, oh no shit.
So, did you own those, or was it rented? Or
They were rented.
I was like, did you get
they
them
were
from Men's
rented.
Warehouse? You had to pay for them later?
Gotta pay for 'em.
Yeah, I don't remember though, but yeah, I don't know if my parents might have paid for it. I can't remember. So
That's fair.
yeah,
The first wedding I officiated, a friend of mine who will remain nameless, but who was I'm not sure I've seen him drunker than that, came up behind me, put his hands around me, and Superman ripped my own shirt off. All the buttons popped off. Like, they all tore off. So I just was the guy with the open shirt for the next 4 hours.
You wrote it.
Yep.
Wrote it.
Because what are you going to do? What do you do?
You got to write it
You
out.
know? I mean, at that point, you're
Own
just,
up. Own
do I
up.
go home? Do I go home at 7 o'clock?
Fuck no, you don't go home. You ride that shit out. Ride that shit out. Like you said in your advice. Nothing you can do about it now. Roll with the punches. Like Aphrodite
I don't
said.
think that's exactly what I said, but
Like Matthew Aphrodite said. Isn't that what the
Aphrodite.
I don't know what the name was you said. Matthew Aphroditus, or I don't know.
Marcus Aurelius.
Marcus.
As Matthew Perry said. You know.
The one that was on Friends, or the one that went to Japan?
Karen, Jesus Christ, Dragon, what the fuck?
My name is Candy. K-A-N-D-E-E.
Is it though?
Is it though?
We haven't seen a birth
Yeah.
certificate. Nobody spells candy
It's in
like
my
that.
safe in my house if you really want. K-A-N-D-E-E-E.
Candy, let's get into
E-E-L-K-A.
let's do some current events. Let's get into the current events now.
M-A-N-S-O-N-S-H.
Oh.
Okay.
Candy,
Telco, that sounds
Candy brought us some snacks.
I was hungry.
Snacks.
But this is not really the typical snack of like hunger.
So we had a party for my daughters this past weekend, and my wife and my youngest daughter, London, actually made some pudding shots for all of us.
Pudding shots.
Yeah, you ever done pudding shots?
No.
Really?
The Ohio Bar before
They used to do them
when it was
yeah.
the Ohio Bar before whatever the incarnation was right before Side Rail right now.
Yeah.
That lady was making a bunch of them.
Terry McDonald, she's the Parks and Rec.
I just remember finding a guy, like, just randomly. I was with a couple buddies, found a guy there that I went to high school with. Hadn't seen him before or since then, since like
Yeah.
graduation. And we just got talking to him. And then I think we ordered like literally 50 of them. We were like, how many do you have left? She's like, I don't know, a few dozen, maybe like 50. I was like, we will take them all.
Nice. Yeah, pudding shots are delicious.
Yeah.
They really are. These are birthday cake flavored.
Birthday.
I asked for the cookies and cream.
Yep, and then it's cookies and cream kind of flavored
Nice.
with birthday cake.
And Trig, you said you were anti-spoon.
I'm
on
anti-spoon. Oh yeah, you got to lick them out.
I'm spooning
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you got to eat out the pudding
this.
shot.
Candy's very pro-spoon.
Yeah. So the only way to do it is you got to eat out a pudding shot.
I don't.
Just like Colin over there. You can go to town. Yeah, he'd do
Tongue
well.
game strong.
He'd do well in prison.
Wow.
I'm just gonna sit over here and
Tossing salads like a pro.
It's good. I'm just going to move
This
straight into the
specific
second one.
is very strong compared to the one I had the other day. Just throwing that out there.
Don't worry, there's not booze in there.
London made that one.
She's a little heavy on the side.
Yeah, so it's like a birthday cake, cake batter or whatever.
I like it.
With like the Jello pudding.
Yeah.
And then you add in cake vodka and rum chata.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's definitely what I taste.
yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. So we got current events coming up here. Candy, what do you got for us for current events?
She's eating pudding right now.
16-year-old loses testicle in freak accident.
She fucks this part up all the time. Yeah.
Wait,
Go
literally,
ahead, Colin. Read it off.
A scoop, as you said, Candy. Read this, and I'm
16-year-old
like,
loses testicle in freak accident while reaching down to pick up a golf ball. I'm never golfing again.
How does that happen?
I don't want to know. 16-year-old boy from Utah suffered the loss of one of his testicles in a freak accident after reaching down to pick up a golf ball. Case study revealed.
16-year-old boy from
One of
Utah.
his testicles retracted inside of him as he reached down after the incident. He said he suffered from acute pain in his genital region when he leaned over to retrieve a golf ball. Later checked his testicles, found that his left one had gone missing. Wow. Okay.
What?
See, the problem with me is I would never come forward with that. I would just be like, nope, I have one now. That's it.
It's normal. This is normal. After he was given some painkillers, doctors performed a CT scan and discovered that his testicle had moved up the canal from his scrotum and almost reached his abdomen.
Oh.
It was thankfully still intact, but he had suffered from what is known as testicular ascent. The boy's medical history indicated he suffered from a retractile left testes for at least 5 years. So he had a prior issue, which is when a testicle often travels back and forth between the scrotum and the groin.
Reverse puberty.
Honestly, just like with the way,
But he sings soprano.
with the way that they're there and like stuff going on, like I honestly can't believe that problems with them is not more common.
Oh, yeah.
Like seriously, like give it some thought, and you're like,
Yeah.
Out of all of anatomy, that is the worst way to have organs ever.
they're so important, and they're just right there, and it's like, ugh. Could have put those like inside the rib cage, like in the protected area, you know?
Yeah.
Nope.
And even a slight graze really fucks it up.
Dude, you can like fuck him up like walking. Apparently, he's leaning down. Get a golf ball.
When you get older, sitting down, I heard that's a thing. Sit on your nuts. For real.
Anywho.
Candy, do you have any input on this?
I'm sorry,
Do you have
guys.
fear about sitting on your tits or nuts?
Sitting on your tits.
Yeah. Is that the kind of thing that like girls worry about?
No.
You worried about like slamming them into a door or something?
Damn it, I closed it on my tit again.
I'm just saying, what's the girl equivalent here?
Bean flick.
I mean, honestly, like, I would say get punched in the boob, but I've definitely, like, especially like playing sports and stuff, like playing like soccer, like
Yeah.
you go to like push someone out of your way and you just get straight like elbow to the boob.
That's fair.
It's
I was
not-
like, what is the girl equivalent? Like, I mean, we're like, I'm getting a cup for softball this year.
I've
for
heard the girl.
sure.
I've heard the girl equivalent of a guy getting kicked square in the balls is birth.
I can't. I haven't been there yet. I can't tell you.
I have heard that.
I'll let y'all know when that day comes.
Yeah,
No, because like
but there was a
like a
simulation.
year
done.
after that, a girl would be like, "Oh, I want to get pregnant again," and like, who wants to get kicked in the nuts again?
You know, I could really go for getting kicked in the balls one more time.
Babe, let's have another.
There's guys with sex fetishes of getting kicked in the nuts.
I think they just don't want to have kids.
Yeah, it's
They
just-
can't afford a vasectomy.
Very well could be. I don't know. It's crazy.
No, just any like hard shot to the boob
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
All right, now we know.
Just an
Interesting.
FYI.
Next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Logan.
What a great subject.
He's calling
Love
it out
that
now.
one.
Yeah, love that one.
Flash hailed as one of the best superhero movies ever.
An early screening.
That is not what it fucking says at all.
Well,
All right, back up.
we know what you said.
Back up. The
Welcome
Flash
back to
hailed
the
as one of the best
podcast.
superhero films ever after early screening.
I never said I was good at reading, guys. I'm pretty sure I've said it multiple times. I'm not.
I'd be eager to see it. I'm feeling like the people that are saying it's one of the best ones ever probably didn't see, like, you know, The Dark Knight. So,
Yeah, and so the only thing that got me
love Kid Cudi, though. So,
the only thing that got me excited was Michael Keaton.
that's not Kid Cudi. Never
No.
mind.
Yeah, Michael Keaton as Batman is pretty cool.
So
Got
seeing that got me excited, but the whole thing, I mean, have you been following what Ezra Miller has been up to?
Oh,
Absolutely
yeah.
not.
He's a fucking asshole.
He's been like grooming this teenage girl, and he was on the run. The cops were after him for a bit.
Beat up a chick in the Bahamas.
Beat up a chick in the Bahamas. So I mean, it's just interesting that actually DC just moved forward with this project,
Yeah, with him.
and yet they killed like what, Batgirl, and then
Yeah.
so
I
now
heard about that. Did you hear about that?
what, the whole Batgirl thing?
Yeah, they made the movie Batgirl or whatever and totally just shelved it.
Yeah, they said it was 96% done.
Yeah.
And then they just shelved it.
Yeah.
And yet this guy, Ezra Miller, who has
Brendan Fraser was in Batgirl as the villain. And they asked him on, I think it was the Late Show or whatever,
Yeah.
with Jimmy Fallon. He said, what happened with Batgirl? And he was like, I thought it was going to come out.
Did not.
I don't know, but yeah, it should be good. I like the Flash. I like the origin. I mean, this is like Flashpoint and everything. So
Yeah.
I mean, it has everything.
Supergirl.
Prior to
Supergirl.
the Marvel movie franchise,
Did we just talk about
all else being
like,
equal?
the
I am more
like,
Justice League
Batman,
than
or not
Avengers.
Batman,
The
Superman.
Superman TV show that I
Yeah,
started
we
watching.
did.
Yeah,
And I still think it's funny that you just put glasses on, taking glasses off, completely different people.
I know.
Who are you?
I showed her the parody of Batman and Superman when he takes off the glasses or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that before?
Yeah.
Pete Holmes. He does the comedy sketch for that.
It's like me taking my hat off, saying like I'm a completely different person. Like,
what's his name? What's the guy's name in the Batman movies? Gordon. What's his name? Commissioner Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon. Yeah.
Yeah. And Commissioner Gordon, he's sitting there talking to Batman. He takes off his glasses to clean them or whatever. He goes, "Commissioner, where'd you go?" He puts them back on. He's like, "Oh my God, there's another guy here."
when did this Flash movie come out?
It hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, it's going
to come out in June.
Yeah.
But no, I think there's actually probably going to be.
She still hasn't read the title yet. It literally says after an early screening.
Shut up, guys. Next. Super Mario Brothers
shakes.
Just keep going. You're almost there.
movie shakes off the Evil Dead Rise to top box office again.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, it moved.
It was just hard.
You might be dyslexic.
I told you guys I'm not good at reading.
You have done fine in the past.
Not always. Not always. Anyway, so as a Super Mario fan growing up,
You watched this, right?
I was so excited to go see this movie.
It's a me.
Yeah. Yes. So Jacob and I went. Jacob, who was not a Super Mario person growing up, like he didn't play any of the games. He was like, "That was a weird movie." And I was like, I was all in like the entire time. I was like focused, and you had like the theme music playing the whole time, and then they're like over here hitting all the boxes and gathering all the coins. I was so excited.
Who remembers the old movie? The real movie.
The real
1993,
Yeah.
1994.
That was shit. I thought that was great.
Yeah. I like this one, but
I can't remember who was in the movie.
my childhood came back to me while watching this movie.
So was it good?
I liked it, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a good kids movie. As an adult, I was very happy to watch the kids movie.
You like kids movies, though.
I do like kids movies. No shame. Give me a Disney movie all day. I'm down.
I'm not a big animated fan. I don't know if I'll watch it.
What did you think about Chris Pratt being the? I mean, he got a lot of flack being the voice.
Should have been the same guy who'd been. The guy had some fucking range. He couldn't have been in the movie.
I'm not that deep into
Do you like Chris Pratt?
I like Chris Pratt.
characters enough to know
Love
that
Chris
detail,
Pratt.
but
He was great in Parks and Rec.
He was.
Name a good comeback story.
I was just really excited about the movie and
Kim Kardashian.
the plot. I don't think there was kind of a plot twist at the end. So, but that's all I
Love that
got.
outtake.
So, it took a different turn on the Super Mario storyline that I've never heard before. So
Interesting.
that's all.
Let me see. I want to read this real quick. It says Universal Pictures film based on the legendary video game character brought in a hefty $58.23 million in its third weekend of release. Evil Dead Rise, a supernatural horror film from Warner Brothers, opened with $23.5 million to take second place, while Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, I really want to see that movie, came in third with $6.2 million. Covenant looks really good. Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. It's a military movie. Looks really good.
I was gonna say it only got 6.2 million though.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, look who it's fighting.
I know. Yeah.
So,
Mario.
what else we got, Candy? Martin Lawrence honored with Hollywood Walk of Fame star after decades of comedic excellence. I am a huge Martin Lawrence fan. I think he's a stand-up comedian. Obviously, he's done Bad Boys, all the Bad Boys movies. You've seen those with Will Smith and him?
I've not seen all of them, and I've never heard him do stand-up.
Oh my gosh, his early stand-up in the late '90s, early or mid '90s were some of the best comedic performances I've ever seen. You So Crazy, probably one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising it took kind of this long. I mean,
I know, right?
It's, who else doesn't have a Neil Armstrong has a Hollywood star.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
So,
that.
Represent.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of the most
From the pack, baby.
most watched television, show
Events of like
yeah,
I've
ever.
got to think Martin had his own
before my
show for
time.
a long time. He had his
yeah.
own
Oh,
show
yeah.
named Martin. Yeah. Makes me wonder if I'm sure he does. Does I don't know if any of you guys know, but who's he might be a redneck. What's his name? Jeff Foxworthy. I wonder if he's got to have a Hollywood star, right?
You'd hope.
I mean, he's probably been a comedic. He's probably been
You'd hope, right?
He's been a comedic presence since after Martin.
Yeah.
So
I feel like it's harder for comedians, though. Comedians,
Steve Harvey's had one for a while.
yeah. But, I mean, I feel like those are, like, the stars are for, like, primarily, like, actors and things. And, like, he's primarily a comedian and trying to get, but, I don't know, well-deserved.
Yeah,
How many sidewalks do they got going at this point? Like, at what point do we run out of
The
space?
whole city.
it's all over.
Honestly, I kind of get that. I'm like, we got to cut some people or we're going to run out of space.
I think that's probably why it took so long though.
Hey, let's go to
get him on there.
Hollywood and find out.
They have 20. He was the 2,753rd star on the Walk of Fame.
Holy shit.
That's a lot.
There is more than one walk. They are in multiple streets at this point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
The suburb, the Hollywood Star suburb.
The 58-year-old included a special message for his late mother, whose influence he says has shaped his entire career.
Oh.
The quote he had was, "First, I would like to give honor to God, in which all things are possible." It's awesome. No, I like Martin Lawrence, so that's awesome. What else we got?
Jamie Foxx remains hospitalized after following a medical complication.
What the hell happened to Jamie Foxx?
So he's out now, or I don't know if he's out, but he's awake
It says
now.
it remains
This was on the 18th.
Yeah, this is on the. So
What
this
the hell
is,
happened to Jamie Foxx?
So the thing that I heard was he either suffered a stroke or a heart attack.
Undisclosed.
He was filming a movie. So they shut down production to the movie.
I like Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. He was. Let's see here. Family says he's already on his way to recovery. Yeah.
Oh, that was the 12th.
Yeah.
Those articles knew.
Actually, they still haven't came out with what actually happened.
Which is fair enough.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't have to.
Yeah.
Okay. Best prayers for Jamie Foxx and his family. Hope
Yeah.
he's doing
Absolutely.
all right.
Yeah.
Hey, it's cool.
Yeah.
We have some audio.
We do have some audio. What do we got here?
Hold on, I gotta pause it.
What do we got, Candy?
Couple with 3 kids discovered that they're cousins after
Oof.
10 years of marriage.
What do you do?
Welcome, Roll Tide.
What do you do at that point? Who
I
gives
don't
a
know what
shit?
you do.
Yeah. Are you serious?
Are you serious?
No, seriously. At
Yeah.
that, like, honestly, that's the kind of thing that should stave you off, like, becoming a couple in the first place. But like 10 years in, we've got 3 kids. Fuck everybody. Just stay married. Like,
So it says, in an interview with People, the couple opened up about the discovery after sharing the revelation in a viral TikTok video last month.
It's better that way through a DNA test
Yeah,
versus you're like, hey, honey, I have to go to a family reunion, and then she was like, oh, so do I. That's so
So do I.
But I wonder though, and I don't know if maybe they didn't know because maybe they didn't know their history. Like there, it says, we didn't have any clue until I started digging at myheritage.com.
Yeah.
So they had no idea.
yeah.
Scroll up a little bit.
That's
there.
what I'm saying. That's the kind of thing you find out, like, on the second date, and you're like, oh, we probably shouldn't have a third. 10 years
Yeah.
in, I would consider that a blip on the radar. Like, we're together, we're not going back because of this.
It says that.
8 generations back, they shared ancestry. So is it?
Oh, God.
jeez.
Then they're not cousins.
They're like 4th cousins.
No,
3rd
hold
cousins.
on. Yeah, that's.
eighth cousin.
We covered that talking about Iceland at some point. It was like, we really did on this show. I swear to God we did.
Oh, we did. Yeah, we
yeah.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Because they came up with a dating app.
because it's like 300,000 people on a tiny island. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it comes up to them.
Okay. So this it read. So not.
The rule was third. Like, if it's under third, no go. If you're like 3rd cousins or more, like, who in this room knows who their 4th cousin is? Anybody? Anybody at all?
I don't.
Who gives a shit?
No.
Honestly, who gives a shit?
So it says Miss Quinones, who is a realtor in Colorado, said that the reaction to the discovery has varied dramatically. There's a lot of negative comments. It's horrible, she said. People are asking, why would you do that? Why would you post this? But I take everything with a grain of salt. I'm a realtor, so I'm used to getting badgered all the time. So I'm like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Are they back generations back?
Hold on, listen. So they took a DNA test, and then that's how they found out.
Right.
So then that's they had similar DNA.
Yeah.
So that's when they started looking into their family tree and realized that it was 8 generations back.
Where does it say it was 8 generations
Right
back?
there at the last sentence. The video showcased a screenshot that indicated they shared an ancestor approximately 8 generations back.
That is not anything.
Which they found to be devastating.
8 generations back is like the early 1800s?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Their own grandparents didn't even know that they were related.
Yeah.
Somewhere between 2nd and 7th cousins?
Yeah.
Somewhere in between.
And the closest potential relative in common would be a great-grandparent. Who gives a shit? This is not even what we were talking
that far
about.
back, it's...
Yeah.
If they were first cousins, 10 years in,
I don't even
literally
feel like
didn't
it would
know,
be
I would
something.
say, yeah, who
I don't
gives
even
a
feel
shit?
like it'd be something to really worry about
No, I don't think
or
so.
post about.
Did
No.
you have to?
Who gives a damn?
Did you have to get a blood test before you got married?
No.
That used to be a whole thing. Like
Never heard of
almost every state in the country, you had to have a blood test before you got
I can
married.
see that in Kentucky and Bama, but
So, and then by like the 1970s,
Seriously,
they
though,
got rid of it.
we come from a rural.
Virginia.
Well, I was gonna say, like,
We come
I
from
feel
a
like
rural
this,
area.
Definitely
this
West
doesn't.
Virginia.
I don't want to say this doesn't surprise me, but I could see where it doesn't surprise me, especially like in these smaller communities. Mm-hmm. I mean, I could think about like where I grew up. I mean, and because of religious situations, they all kind of like ran together, and then unless you like went to a different like state that had the same like their religion,
Yeah.
that was the only way that you were going to find people with the same religion and not a cousin.
Yeah.
Where I grew up.
I'm not
honestly.
talking about even like a conscious decision, but just literally that far back. Like, who would even, like, there is no way in hell that I can guarantee I haven't hooked up with somebody that I had an ancestor with 8 generations back.
It's a long time. It's a long time.
I couldn't
I can't
guarantee
even
4.
tell you, like, even like my family's only been in like the U.S. for like 5 generations. So like 8 generations, we're going clear back to France. Like,
It's fair. It's fair.
You should probably have like a disclaimer at the end of this saying that you don't condone incest or anything like that.
And we do not condone you fucking your cousin.
No, but seriously, if they were first cousins, even 10 years in, like, we
Yeah.
have 3 kids, I'm like, who gives a fuck at
Yeah,
that
no,
point?
I agree.
Like,
I
yeah.
agree. What else?
Like, what's really going to change in our life?
Nothing.
70 million lottery winner donates millions to build homes for adults with autism.
That's cool. Super cool. Donated $7 million to a foundation which will use the funds to build new homes for adults with autism
Cool.
In Quebec.
in Quebec.
A.
Quebec man who won $70 million in lottery in 2022 is using his newfound wealth for something good. He's donating $7 million to build homes for adults with autism. He donated $7 million to the Vero and Louis Foundation, which will use the funds to build 2 new houses. Huh? Oh, big. Okay. Like we're talking like facilities.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, they're only building 2 houses with $7 million. I think somebody's pocketing.
It's Canadian dollars.
yeah.
And it is in central Quebec, which
Yeah.
is probably expensive.
I'm sure.
Guessing.
That's cool though.
Good
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh my God. Let me read this one.
Go ahead.
I didn't even finish the thing yet. Thieves execute heist of $20 million in golden valuables at Pearson Airport in Toronto.
Fuck's going on in Canada, bro?
That's awesome.
Canada.
I mean, that's less awesome for the Pearson Airport.
Yeah.
Very sorry, but
Scroll down for us.
every
Candy.
movie
What
I
else
ever
we got?
watched, that's awesome.
She's all yogurt. She's yogurt out over there.
Pudding.
Pudding out.
I want to read the heist story. Like a plot out of a heist
say it
movie.
like that.
Sour
Thieves
cream.
stole approximately $20 million worth of valuables from a shipping container in Toronto's Pearson Airport. That's awesome. God, I wish
I
I was
stole
in
$20
Toronto.
million in an airport.
From a shipping container.
Oh, wow.
The money just
So how'd they know it was there?
Ooh. Please not confirm which airline has brought in the stolen goods. They cannot. It's fucking awesome.
We didn't hear any of that you just read.
There was a lot of mumbling.
He was just like,
This being an isolated incident, therefore, for the traveling public that are concerned about coming and flying out, they should have no concern, blah, blah, blah. We don't care about any of that shit. Confirm the thieves gained access to the airport through the public side of an adjacent warehouse, which was not operated by the Pearson Airport. That is awesome. I wish I was in Toronto this weekend. No, wrong way.
It was 21st.
Got to keep going down.
Sorry, I was making sure he was,
she said.
No, too far.
That's also what she said.
No, I guess
That was it. There was no more to read.
That's the spot.
not posing. It's just more about not posing a threat to passengers or airplanes or whatever. That's awesome.
So
Dude.
the thieves assessed the public side of a warehouse that is leased to a third party outside of our primary security line. Statement explained this did not involve access to Toronto Pearson itself. It did not pose a threat to passengers or GTAA staff.
Awesome.
Strictly covert. It's a lot of cash. A lot of cash. I wonder what valuables, though.
Gold.
I know they said gold, but they said other valuables.
Doesn't matter. As long as there's gold.
Treasure.
Like if it was like $20 million,
Treasure.
I swear to God, if it was $20 million or
Pirate
just like
treasure.
straight cash, I'd be a lot less interested. I'm not saying that makes logical sense, but it's the truth.
That was a heavy container. What else you got, Candy? Oh, here you go, Logan.
Says it's
Pentagon says it's examining 650 possible UFO sightings, footage released.
footage released. I have
Play that shit. What is
All
this?
right.
U.S. military drone captures video of orb-like object.
orb.
Where? Oh, it just flew across the screen there. That's crazy.
But there it is.
It just looks like the same fucking one. Looks like a ball, like a
I'm
little
following it.
miniature sphere.
Whatever happened to saucers? Why did it go from saucers to orbs?
I don't know. The Pentagon gave an update on its work in tracking UAP, formerly known as UFOs, sightings this week, revealing that recently they found it discriminatory if you called them UFOs. That recently
They were trying to sound
established-
less silly.
Yeah, right.
I'm serious.
Probably. What is it? Unidentified.
Unexplained aerial phenomena?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Question mark?
Yeah. Office focused on investigating such phenomena is currently examining an estimated 650 different cases. Speaking at the Senate Armed Services Committee's subcommittee on emerging threats and capabilities on Wednesday, Dr. Sean M. Kirkpatrick, who heads the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, AARO, said that roughly half of those cases have been determined to be especially interesting and anomalous. Interesting. What do you guys think? You guys believe in it or what?
I agree with everything that was said earlier about like other life, incredibly likely. It being here, a lot less so.
I agree. What do you think it is then? So you're saying there's an explanation for what it is. Unlicensed assistive personnel is a UAP.
No. It's a paraprofessional who assists individuals with disabilities.
Yeah, I think I
I nailed it. It says hold on. Oh, I didn't. It is unidentified, not unexplained.
So the abbreviation for UAP is what? What's the full?
Unidentified aerial phenomena.
Okay.
It does right here.
Phenomenon. Yeah. Plural.
Yeah.
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon. Nah. What do you think, Logan?
Well, first off, I think a lot of people get confused when they say UFO. A UFO is just that. It doesn't. People just switch that word out
To aliens.
to alien.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually have to be like balloons
Yeah.
that they
Some
don't know
kid
what is flying. Can
RC
be
airplane.
That is
if
a
they couldn't-
UFO.
Yeah.
Track like the drone that was flying in the sky.
Oh my gosh, yes. I don't think you've ever told that story, have we?
Haven't.
You should tell that story.
You have a drone?
Well, you know I have a drone.
Yeah.
But no, we were driving one night. Where were we?
We did a wedding venue. They had set up the wedding venue.
Yes, that's right.
And so we waited till they were done. We went in and filmed it. And on the way home, we're coming back into Wapak.
On 501.
Yeah, and this vehicle in front of us just like randomly like started
All over the road.
Yeah. Well, right. Okay. I'll come back to that thought process. And so like Kim and I kind of looked. It's like 11 o'clock at night on a Friday, and we're like, should we call this in?
I was like, this lady's drunk as fuck.
So
dude, I think I said dude. But
yeah, either way. So we called in, and ironically, my friend who is a state patrol, I texted her and I said, hey, I just called in a possible DUI. And she's like, stay with them. So we're like driving.
Wow, I can't believe they told you that.
Yeah, they did. They said stay. Well, they said, you guys, where are you guys driving in? You guys stay behind them, so that way we know
like
where they're at when we see you.
Yeah. And so, well, this was a separate text message to stay with them.
Mm-hmm.
But, so we're like following them and everything. Finally, the trooper got up to us.
They flipped around though, like
yeah, they turned around like
three
three
fucking times.
Because even the dispatcher was like, "Are you sure they're not like trying to find a house?" And I was like,
well, she's on the phone with the dispatcher. She's like, they're going north. Okay, now we're going south. Now we're going north again.
like,
Seriously.
seriously. And so finally, the dispatcher finally, God said, "Okay, our trooper is coming behind you." So. Again, that trooper is
Put your
friend.
hazards on.
Yeah, throw your hazards on. So, she gets around us and goes up, and then they got stopped at the stoplight at Happy Days. Thankfully, 'cause I don't know if she would have figured out which way she went.
Yeah.
So the stopping point was because this person didn't turn their turn signal on when they were taking the left or the right hand turn at Happy Days. Mm-hmm. So that was the reason we're getting pulled over. So then the trooper said, hey, like we have potential like option, or we said that we have a report that you were
driving erratically,
driving like whatever, and the lady in the vehicle, I can tell you the lady because the trooper who was my friend called me afterward, called Treg and I. We died laughing.
Oh my gosh!
So she was like, well, it probably was this Jeep that kept following right on my butt, and I was trying to get him off of my butt the whole time. And then she said, I was looking.
Treg drives a Jeep. Anybody didn't know that?
I do. I know Jeep.
So she was like, I was trying to take a picture of the drone in the sky.
And when I tell you guys, this lady was all over the fucking. I mean, Candy was right there.
It was, yeah.
She was all over the fucking. Like, she looked like she was probably 18 fucking sheets to the wind.
But the best part was, right before she started going all over the road, Treg literally said, hey, look, there's a helicopter up there.
I did. And this lady thought she was following a fucking drone and trying to take a picture of it.
Trying to take a picture of it.
With her fucking iPhone 5 at goddamn midnight.
And so of course, my friend called us afterward, and she said she was trying so hard not to crack up laughing, like when this happened. And she said that, like, she was like, okay, well, you should just, like, the lady was like, I'm just trying to get home. It's been since 4:00 this morning. And I'm going to be like,
why the fuck are you out here?
right at 11 o'clock at night.
She said she was like 75 years old. Trying to drive and take a picture of a fake fucking drone.
That was actually a helicopter.
Yeah, named Elvis.
So, yeah, so now we have like a never-ending joke that when you see something in the sky that's unidentified, it's a drone or a helicopter.
It's a drone.
It's a drone.
Anyway.
Funny. Yeah. What else you got, Candy?
So, Montana approved to ban
Montana law.
Jesus.
It was just summarizing.
She like skipped 4 fucking words there. It says Montana lawmakers approve statewide bill to ban TikTok. She goes, Montana approve bill.
TikTok.
Holy shit, if this doesn't get fucking viral on TikTok.
Anyway, TikTok's being banned, or potentially being banned from Montana.
Yeah. All 7 of them are really unhappy.
All the moose.
They're obviously, we've talked about this on here before. They're obviously considering at a federal level as well. Mm-hmm. I can't say that I know a lot about it, but anytime that both political parties at this point end up saying the same thing, it gets my attention because they don't say the same thing very much at this point.
I have a whole different take on this.
Both started with it. I mean, they've both been going on it, and I'm like,
you want to know why? Because they have no money in the game, and it's the U.S. government.
Okay.
It's all a money game. It's what it all is. Yes, I mean, is there data being leaked on apps? It's on every fucking app your data's being leaked, especially if you hit track it. If that's toggled off, it's not tracking your data.
AI Lily.
AI Lily, there you go.
Dude.
But no, seriously though, like
I'm getting rid of Snapchat.
So what it is though is that US doesn't have any money in the game yet. Microsoft's trying, but there's no money in the game yet for the US. The US is not banking anything off of this, and it's everywhere. It's
So you
fucking
think
everywhere.
the whole national security thing is just bullshit?
No, I don't think it's bullshit. I think it's part of it, and I think it's also a scapegoat, is what I think.
So it's bullshit.
I did not say that. I think it's a scapegoat. I think they're playing on that one as this is why we need to ban it. I think the other reason they want to ban it is because they can't fucking buy into it. I think that's the main reason. Let's all agree that money fucking rules everything when it comes to government or anybody in a higher position. Am I wrong?
Not generally.
Money's good. Yeah.
Okay. So the fact though that China
That's why I didn't try to become a museum curator.
but no,
Banker,
but no,
money.
I'm not saying you're wrong though at all. I think you're absolutely right that there still is a data security issue there.
I don't know.
No. And this is going off of what I've read and from what I've listened on other podcasts and stuff like that about this entire issue. And a lot of it is that the U.S. government, U.S. tech companies, they have no skin in the game on this, and China's not letting them. So that's the big reason why, let's ban it. Get it out of here. Then
I also think that, I mean, what's the average age of Congress right now? 62, 60. Yeah. Like most of them could. I mean, so try to explain TikTok to any 65-year-old. It's kind of hard, but you hear that it's like China owns it, and they're just like, oh.
China.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck China. Yeah, that's what they also. Yeah, but what we listened to the other day, Candy? I showed you on TikTok. It was a video that it was on TikTok, ironically, but it was the.
He watches a lot of TikTok.
It was the video of it was saying
needs to know.
It was saying NBA or NFL. And it listed 82 cases of fraud. It listed. 71 cases of child.
It was
stuff.
a lot of stuff, and then they came back to it wasn't even NBA or NFL.
It was the U.S. Congress.
Yeah.
Yeah. To say, I mean, it's also interesting. On the flip side of that coin is if you look at China, China TikTok. Mm-hmm. They are feeding their population way different material than what
I believe that.
What the U.S. is getting.
Oh, I definitely believe that.
U.S. is getting mind-numbing good content, and I mean
Mine's dog videos.
Yeah,
straight up tell you.
Our algorithm's all dog.
And
really
Chinese TikTok is math problems, and they're doing on how to do.
The state is your friend. Your government cares about you.
It's the soft influence.
Have you been to Tiananmen Square? Nothing bad's ever happened there.
So yeah, it is interesting. Yeah. It opens up to a wider conversation of what social media is the
algorithm
doing.
being I guess construed, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Absolutely, it is. I would say yes.
I'm gonna keep watching dog videos.
Yeah.
He watches comedy.
I do.
I watch dog videos.
Watch a lot of comedy. What else you got, Candy? It is super interesting, though. I wasn't trying to say that it's not about data. I'm saying I think it's both.
I honestly don't care that much either way. I don't have it, and I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
You can watch dog videos with me.
They got dog videos on Twitter, which I'm thinking about getting rid of.
Jets acquire Aaron Rodgers in long-awaited trade to the Packers. It finally happened.
It finally happened.
I wanted to hear Candy try to... Aaron, Zach Wilson
is packing.
is packing to go to New York.
back home.
So this has been long awaited, though. I mean, I know you're a big football fan. I'm a big football fan. Can you scroll down a little bit? Trade compensation per sources. So Aaron Rodgers. Nope. Oh, there we go. So trade compensation per source is Aaron Rodgers and pick number 15 and a 2023 fifth round pick number 170 is what the Jets get. Packers get number 13 pick, a second round pick this year, a sixth round pick this year, and a conditional 2024 second round pick that could become a first round pick if Rodgers plays 65% of the plays, which I think he will.
Yeah. I just thought, I was so surprised when I saw all that. I was like, really? That's what they did?
And there was another big trade too that happened over the weekend. I heard Derrick Henry might be heading to Philadelphia.
I'm just going to hang out over here. Nothing unknown over here. We're going to have our own conversation while you guys are having your own conversation.
No, it's just interesting.
This is why they're both fired. No, I'm kidding.
I just told you I quit. How many times have I
I
quit?
think Mr. Banks hiring.
It's true.
What's
I don't
that?
want to be a
I
bank
said
manager.
Mr. Banks hiring.
I don't really want to be a bank manager.
All right. No, it was good. It's so Aaron Rodgers, though, they've been talking about this trade for how long, Logan?
It's been a while. I mean, he had to go on his retreat.
3-4 months.
He had to go on that retreat to think about whether he needed to retire.
Majority of the time, if there's talk about a trade, it's going to happen pretty quickly. Majority of the time. I'm talking to you guys, by the way.
I'm listening.
You guys are fucking looking at me. No.
That's not what I was drinking.
But no, most of the time, though, when a trade is talked about, it's usually done within a week or two.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I didn't want that one. Maybe later.
And usually you'll get that, you'll get it to happen within even a couple days.
I also love that he's
This took
following
forever.
Brett
Took
Favre's
forever.
just footprints of just going, and then next he'll end up at the Vikings. You watch.
That would be funny. That would be funny. If he literally did a whole Brett Favre move, that would be hilarious.
Yep, that sounds great, guys.
She's moving on.
Go sports.
Go ahead. What else we got?
I watched this, yeah.
Did you? You an Office fan, Colin?
No, hold. Just go ahead.
Someone
Go ahead,
read
Candy.
it.
Yeah, go ahead, Candy. Take this one away.
Saying hold on. I was saying,
You got it. You got
we
it.
believe in you.
That first word is rain.
Thanks. Rain Wilson shares video of person obliviously watching The Office next to him on a flight.
It's pretty good.
Good enough.
That's hilarious. That reminds me of, I haven't seen this. That reminds me of like all the like, Tony Hawk, I feel like, has always got like those. He was always putting those on
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah.
I was like memorizing a picture of Tony Hawk just so I didn't someday like.
You guys ever watch? And you guys watch The Office at all?
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
watched
oh
it.
yeah, hell yeah.
I love The Office, man.
Yeah,
Love
he's
The Office.
Dwight.
Yeah.
He's Dwight.
You saw? Did you see the video of this? Then?
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, the
It was on
guy-
Jimmy Fallon, right?
Yeah, he was literally just like eating his little peanuts or whatever it was, and then he's just watching The Office, and it's a scene with Dwight, and then
It was, yeah.
and he just looks over and he's just like, "That's me."
Yeah. Now, here's the video right here.
He's got a hat on and a mask on. I don't blame the guy for like not recognizing him.
And here's the guy just chowing down, watching some Office
A scene with Dwight.
with Dwight in it.
I'm not gonna lie. So I've been on flights with like people I don't know, like next to me.
Yeah.
I definitely don't pay that close attention.
He's got a mask and a hat on.
So what happened though afterwards? Okay. What happened afterwards was
Please tell me he introduced himself.
He did.
All right.
Okay, good.
So afterwards, what happened though was they exit the flight, and the guy walks up to him. He goes, "So," he's like, "Do you watch The Office?" And he's like, "So you like The Office?" He goes, "Yeah, it's really good." And he's like, you know, it might take you a little bit to get used to. And the guy starts talking to him. He goes, you know, like the first season, it's a little slow, but it picks up. And he goes, "It's slow, huh?" And he like slowly like lowers down his mask. And then he like just keeps talking to him about it or whatever. He said, Rainn Wilson said it took him like a solid, he literally said this, it took him a solid 47 seconds to realize who I was. And then he's like, have you ever, he tells Jimmy Fallon this, he goes, have you ever, you know, met someone and they don't know who you are, and then all of a sudden when it hits them, their mind just melts.
They're like,
Yeah, he's like, I just watched this guy just turn to mush like in a matter of seconds. So that'd be super cool though if I met Rainn Wilson that way.
but I agree. Yeah,
I wouldn't recognize it. There's zero chance.
Yeah, with the
No
mask
way.
on, you can't tell.
Yeah.
And even then, like, I know who he is, but like, he's older. You're sitting on an airplane. You're not thinking
Right.
about it. You're like, I kind of see. I get it.
If anything,
eyes.
Yeah.
If anything, I'd be like, you look just like Rainn Wilson.
But you know what though? So even like, ironically though, even during like COVID, when everyone was wearing masks and stuff,
Yes.
you could still know who like they were. Like you would, at least
Yeah.
I was able to still like
100%.
pick people out because
But it's so hard though
But
too
it's
without
just at a
seeing a face.
but just at a
without
glance,
mouth
you don't
Yeah.
know him. Like, I mean, you've
Yeah,
seen The
right.
Office, but like,
exactly. You don't know him.
yeah,
Candy, this
12
is your
years.
thing for Superman. You know, you take off the glasses.
Commissioner.
Commissioner Gordon.
yeah.
When
But I
Tony Hawk
agree,
was putting
like-
all those on Twitter, I was like looking at a picture of him like every day, trying to like make sure it wasn't someday the guy that like he was talking.
Accidentally saw Tony Hawk.
I remember one where he was talking about being at an airport, and you gave the TSA guy his ID, and he's like, Anthony Hawk. Just like that guy that like was a skateboarder and stuff, right? And he's like, yeah, just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, but to be fair,
Don't let it be me.
I've never made eye contact with anyone I've sat with on a plane. If I do not know them, it's just
really?
Sure.
proper. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I'm too much of a social person for that.
I
but
usually make friends.
same. I made like from Florida back to Columbus. I've made some friends with some people from Chillicothe.
I try to like ease it. Like I just like throw out the test balloon. If they're not feeling it, I don't bother them. Like I don't want to be
Sure.
that guy. But like if they pick up the test balloon, yeah, I make friends.
I usually make friends with the flight attendants because a lot of times if I'm traveling, I'm with my wife. So like I got my person right there, but like I mean,
You don't want to talk to her.
no, me and my wife, we have conversations. We talk about what we're watching, and everything. Yeah,
The one time I befriended the flight attendant was the best flight I was ever on.
yeah.
She
Same.
like me and some random dude were in the back row and we started talking, but she was like sitting back there. She got us like a bunch of free booze.
Yeah. Oh, they will too.
It was awesome.
Yeah. We were on a flight once where the flight attendants were super cool, and they actually ended up going.
They were not serving booze on the flight.
They were actually. What were they? They were. They ended up like There was these guys from this bachelor party or golf.
You
trip.
told me this.
Yeah, and they like the flight attendants were like, "Well, this is our last flight. Like we're done." They're like, "Well, we'll take you out," and they're like, "Okay, let's go." Like it was a done deal right there on the plane. I was like, "Nice score, guys." My wife's like,
Getting
"Shut
that
up."
duty-free tail.
Yeah, there's been a couple times I've actually been with like a random stranger on the flight, but it's always been like same thing. You kind of talk to them and you're like,
Fill it out.
yeah. But I can't say like the one I can vividly remember was from when I came back from Uganda and we were in not in Florida, we were in Atlanta back to Columbus. I probably, if I saw this person on the street, I probably couldn't tell you who it was again.
More
Like,
people than not, I end up talking to and making friends with and like enjoying myself. I
try
think
that one.
they mostly do too. That's the like hard left turn.
Although-
That's from an Ohio beer.
Colin
that
and I
doesn't taste
both
anything
can't
like
say
those
anything because
other
we went to
three.
DC and we made like 10 friends that weekend. And I probably will tell you the same thing if I saw them on the street. I'll probably be like, you look familiar, but I can't tell you why.
Sure.
So-
I get it.
You spend like, 3 hours with each other. That's about all you got.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that brings us to the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
But we have one thing left. Walpock Tug Fest 2023.
Yeah,
May
let's talk about the
19th,
hot
May 20th.
fire here.
The hot fire. Hot ass and hot fire. Love it. Walpock.
Good thing we got the cold beer.
That's right.
Yeehaw.
Keep it cool. So Walpock Tug Fest 2023. A lot of new things now happening with the Tug Fest that me and Candy have been a part of lately, which is super fun, super interesting. So one of the things that we'll announce here on the show, and something will come out also prior to this show coming out, but the dancing trucker from TikTok will be making his presence
He literally-
at Walpock Tug Fest.
Most of his videos are.
So yeah,
all I got. It's all I got.
his name's John Drury. Super nice guy. I got to talk to him yesterday actually on the phone. He'll be our VIP guest at Walpock Tug Fest over on the 19th. So he'll be there for the
May
bands.
19th.
Yeah, May 19th he'll be there. That'll be the night of the bands. It'll be Friday night. So he'll get there probably around 6 p.m. or so. And
Is he going to be there just Friday or is he going to be there Saturday too?
He's just going to be there on Friday.
Lame.
So, but we're super happy though that he's coming.
Dance with him.
So, I mean, he's got he's made quite a name for himself. He has he's got over 500,000 followers total.
You say he's from Cincinnati, right?
He's from Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah.
OH.
Yeah, that's right. So, but we also have
Colin.
the side by side time trials going on in the Wellpuck Tug Fest. We have the side by side mud pit and Colin's favorite, the highest jump. That was timed out pretty well, wasn't it?
They did not plan that, guys. They did not
I want
plan
to see
that.
it.
And as always,
I wanna
we got
ride in one.
I know, right? We got the truck pulls going on, and we also have the burnout contest and the show and shine contest happening. And then after that, we
Jeep.
have a select. Oh, yes, and Jeeps are now able to do the show and shine contest.
You're gonna put your Jeep in the short.
You're going to do it?
I thought about it. And mine's not as nice yet, though. I think I got to get the whole rims.
You
trick
need
it
your
out.
red. You
Kick-a-boodle,
need some more
spinners.
red accents.
I got to get spinners. Yeah, red. I need more red. Yeah.
Yep, more red.
I need more red accents. But no, and then there's also the small town rave in the barn on Saturday night, I believe. And then Friday night is the barn party, foam party.
Foam.
Yep. Barn foam party.
Hold on, guys. Wait, watch this.
She's going to pull it up. Fact check me.
Thursday night. Kick off.
Yep, there's a
party.
kickoff party on Thursday night.
Friday. We got some music and some more partying.
Barn party afterwards, after the music. Featuring Demon Jones and Kentucky Music Mafia.
They're pretty cool.
They are pretty cool. Demon Jones is a super nice guy.
The
Super
real
nice guy.
party.
Wappa.
But the real party.
Yep.
If
real
you
party.
haven't watched the video of him saying Wappa Canada,
It's really good, yeah.
You need to.
You got to check it out.
Wappa, I don't know, but I'll be in Ohio.
He seems like a super cool guy.
Yeah.
He really does.
I'm excited to meet him.
Yeah, me too.
And then Saturday, then
The real party.
literally
That's right.
small town rave. That's what the phone party is.
Small Town Raves featuring a
Special guest.
special guest DJ.
Surprise.
Surprise DJ.
It's me in a mask.
It's Colin in a mask.
It's over.
Hey, and also, who will be at the Tug Fest announcing
Me.
on Saturday?
No, I'm not like announcing. I'm just going to be there.
The Social Guys featuring Colin and Trey. Colin motherfucking Jarvis.
Trey motherfucking Reigns.
That's right.
I'll be there with
right.
my camera.
No, we're
And
super
camping.
excited. Hey,
And
go
camping.
get your tickets now for the Wellpuck Tug
Thank you,
Fest,
Colin.
though. Get your camping.
Candy.
By the time this comes out, the tickets have already jumped up in price for May pricing. So sorry if you're watching this now. Should have watched our past shows. But no, we're super excited. Logan, you coming to the Tug Fest with us?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
This will be my
Tugging.
first time. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I'm.
I've been there once.
It's a long,
Oh.
it's a long day.
Been there once.
It's a long day, and your feet hurt afterwards. I can tell you that much.
Listen, I
We don't
got
get to
some
sit
really
down
good
and announce?
shoes. I'm really
We're
good
gonna
at
sit and announce.
yeah, we
support.
well for a little bit, but mainly actually we're supposed to go walking around and we interact with the crowd.
I got.
You like to
really
meet
good,
friends, right?
comfortable shoes.
You're gonna meet a lot of new friends, naked. Them, not
You're
us.
there.
Them, not us.
I don't know if that's inherently better. It depends on the friends.
Good
I
thing you
guess.
only live like a block away.
It's a good thing you can't
can sneak
smell
away.
chlamydia to catch it.
That's happened
You're not
to me
really
before.
selling it anymore.
I'm kidding. No, everybody's great there. It's a good time. It's a great party.
So you're saying if new friends come back to my house that like I should, condoms.
Condoms.
He does live.
Candy shook her head no.
He does live
No,
only.
you don't need those.
I didn't say that. I was just saying like he does live only like a block away.
Well,
so
that's how I'm going out on the podcast, boys and girls. Do
We're all
not
dogging.
do not use protection.
Bye, Colin.
Bye, Colin. Hey,
It's been real. I can't say that that's honestly like. Okay, I'm done. It's been a pleasure.
Colin, man, we're gonna miss you, dog. Last show. Thank you for doing the last show.
Thanks for having me.
Dude, always, man. You're always welcome back here. Anytime. Candy on the hot seat.
hey,
Colin motherfucking Jarvis.
Trey motherfucking Reigns.
Logan, we
Hey.
really appreciate you
Yes.
coming on the show tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming and talking to us. What do you got, Candy?
Candy. Read something
you
else.
all like.
What do you got, Candy? Read something else. We got
Might
cue
be a
cards
book in
behind
my
me.
backpack. Yeah.
He said it might be a book in my backpack. Fuck, that'll be finished next year.
It's true. Well, the next one will we have
Oh, well, maybe. We don't know yet. I would assume so.
Cause only like in a week and a half from now.
That's
Getting
true.
a dog.
No, Candy is hinting at Emma's return to the podcast.
I like Emma.
Yep.
I love Emma. I'm so excited to work with her all summer long instead of just 2 weeks.
Yep.
She's like my new best friend.
Yep. Yep. So Emma will be back. So I think she's going to grace us with her presence in the podcast. It's up to her though. So we'll have to see. But,
She only said that she'd come back like when I left the show.
well, it looks like she's coming back then.
Yeah.
Bye.
No. Again, Colin, we really appreciate you for all you've done for the show, man.
Show up and drink some beer. It's pretty hard.
We love you. We love you here, man.
You too, buddy.
For sure. Logan, again, though,
love.
thanks for coming on the show.
LOL.
Thanks
for sharing
Lots of love.
all your knowledge about the museum and,
Oh, yeah.
your career path with that. I mean, that's super interesting.
Yeah, it took a few turns this whole podcast. I didn't know what to expect.
No, not us.
I want put in a
my
request
God.
to NASA for the touch and rock.
The touch and rock.
The touch and rock.
I will
Sexual
ask.
touch rock.
It was like you couldn't it was like just a little tube that you could put like a finger in.
You couldn't do it like this.
So you could just
do it like
you
that.
could poke it. It was the poking rock.
Hey,
I'm going home.
If you liked what you saw tonight, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. This Social Guys, as always, hey, you can find us on Spotify, YouTube, iHeartMedia, and Apple Podcasts. That's it for us here. Later.
Later.